What's good, everybody? This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest for another smoke show, which probably will not result in me getting any smoke, but we call them smoke shows anyway. I am an advocate for marijuana legalization, so I think it's one of the dumbest things to be illegal. I'm not trying to explain my way into, you know, trying to redefine what a smoke show is, but I mean, fact of the matter is, when I drop that link, I mostly get agreeable people, which there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, no arguments here. I mean, I'm about as easygoing as they come. So let's do some shout outs and let's get going with the dumbassery. So Phil Brad, the early bird, historic early bird, and we got RPM, who is always the strong second as far as early burden, but Phil Brad always seems to get you. So there you go. Uh, so yeah. So he said hit that like button, which is an amazing idea. We got 18 people in here. So hit that like button on the way in. Got Mark Nash TV. What's good, brother? Good to see you. Uh, Got D's nuts. That's the song in the countdown. BNK stands for Black Nigga Killer. Because of course rap music is what destroyed the black community. Not bad decisions and crack, but people try to put up dumbass arguments all day, which is themed to this show today. So, um, got hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. What's going on? What's going on? I'm listening. Indigo flow. I said I smell smoke. Okay, awesome. Shoot, let me know where it's at. Let me know where it's at. Gone for milk. I mean, so I could go for some Dos Equis. Called the most the most interesting man in the world. Then they tried to crown a new most interesting man in the world, and nobody gave a fuck. Who remembers that? So shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to the replay gang. I see Shattered Star Games was good. I wonder if the serial disliker has shown up. The serial disliker is probably watching now, wondering why I haven't slapped her on the ass if it's a woman. And it just look, uh, I'm sensing the presence of a big bag whenever I get those dislikes. So I'm not putting too much faith into it, And like I said, it could be a whole dude because some of you ninjas are bitches too. But yes, as far as the dislike, yeah, the serial disliker has struck. Yeah, yeah, they have indeed hit their dislike button for tonight. So I guess I'll go ahead and reward them with the PSA.
A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
All right, so let me go ahead and shout out to the members of the channel real quick. Thank you for your support month after month. Members are as follows. We got Greg, Aaron P, Phil Brad, Gone for Milk, Indigo Flow, D Rock Den, American Negro News, Mr. Me Too, Barry Little, D Scott, Yamcha 11, Black Pearl, Andre 420, Black Light Revelations 2, Revelator, the Spirit of Variance, Detroit 313, The Builder's Table, and A Sower of Seed. All righty. If you're not a member, it is only $2.99 a month to join. And that would be awesome. Okay. Shout out to the moderators and, shout out to the habitual line steppers, you know. So anyway, uh, said now I'm feeling objectified. I wouldn't be surprised if the serial disliker was one of these beat up content creators that stay talking trash about black men. You're probably halfway correct. Okay, and Chaos Reign, Larry Legend was good. What's good, y'all? It's good. All right, let's get to it. Dumbassery was inspired by I don't know my misadventures on Facebook because it's like it, we got our people who keep going with this whole you must be some type of COON if you don't support Kamala Harris for the presidency. And my thing is, it is I don't blame black men for feeling how we feel about this. You know, but people will get upset with me over the fact that I'm posting a picture. I mean, I'm posting a picture. So I mean, and this is why I really stopped really having like or trying to have in-depth discussions on Facebook because I mean that app is full of some very questionable folks with some questionable views and shit. So the whole argument of, she black, you should just be supporting her because she black, blah, 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 black this, black that. We act like she used to be one of the Black Panthers. We sit up there with uh Huey Newton. Shit. I mean, shoot. And Stokely Carmichael and all them motherfuckers, man. Y'all need to fucking stop that shit. I mean, shoot. They call you a CON if you choose not to participate in the fuckery with the black community. Yep. That's about the size of it. I dropped numerous facts against her silly ass. The only people mad are rainbows, feminists, and straight up blind. Oh man, you talking about a large group of people. A large group. So I mean, like it's just a bunch of dumbassery. Just like people do with black spaces, and it's not something that I'm a really huge fan of. I mean, I would say, uh, yeah, not something I'm a very huge fan of at all. So, yeah. So anyway, let me go ahead and drop this link right now, and this is for anyone who wants to come up and perhaps say something that I disagree with. I believe, or I think, or you know, yeah. But yeah. Wow. Shoot. Let me see. God damn, did everybody go to bed? What the fuck happened? Anyway. Shoot. There you go. If you'd like to come up here for a moment and express yourself or whatever, I am all ears and I am open to whatever answer that you have for me as far as as far as the smoke or whatever. Mm, so so I mean, I say as much as she done against black people is crazy. I was in San Fran where she was AG out there. Oh, you was there during that time, so oh, you can tell what your state's experiences with. Well, I mean, I don't think you're out there anymore, but you can say you have a little bit more insight as to you know what why people think they how they think the way about her. You know. But yeah, I mean, I don't think she has a chance to win, but I don't think she's in as good as everybody's trying to, especially on this side of the, the various communities. I don't think that she is as good as people are trying to make it look like. I think that it's more of a scare tactic. It's just is either a scare tactic or you can say it's massive gaslighting. But, I know somebody that won't be voting for her ass. I'm telling you that much. Carlton Way One, what's up? Show me a Kamala support, and I'll show you a field support. God damn. Well, anyway, all right, let's go on something a little bit more lighthearted. Uh, while I wait on a perpetrator of the smoke. All right. So for what has she been voted into? Nothing, from what I can tell. Like she hadn't even gone to the primary yet. So yeah, let me shift gears a little bit because I've been talking about this quite a bit for the past few nights, and I mean the national political landscape is a big thing. It should be a big thing with people, but I have often expressed political indifference. So I mean, we'll see. But shout out to New Shaka Nulu, who's in the building. I think I shouted out for Carlton Wade one as well. Yeah. So Robert Downey Jr. is apparently back in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but as a different character. Uh, he's going to play Doctor Doom, which people have mixed feelings on. I mean, if you know about that Marvel stuff, I mean, you would understand like what a questionable move this is, especially for the MCU, because Robert Downey Jr.'s character of Tony Stark is very established. Is a very established character. Um, he was the center of the MCU, and now he's coming back as another character. Now, if they did mask on Doctor Doom and never took the mask off, I would understand. I mean, but it just right now it's like I'm kind of like mixed up on it, like other people are. I got a little mixed emotion on it because everybody loved him as Tony Stark. Everybody did. I'm not saying that he can't pull off another character, that he is not someone who can, that has to only play Iron Man. But and I think he'll do Gone for Milk. I think he'll do a good job too. I really do. I really think he's a good job. But for me, it's like, couldn't you have gotten another actor for it? Could you have given another actor, a whole new actor, a chance to pull this? Because Doctor Doom is a really major villain in the Marvel universe itself. Has been for decades. So I mean, we'll see. But okay. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see who is commenting. RDJ has range as an actor to pull this off. I do not disagree, but I'm more along the lines of RPM sentiment. I'm not sure how I feel about RDJ being Doom. Raven Knight, fuck Disney. They did that shit cause of Kang. Oh, that overshadowed the whole controversy of getting rid of Jonathan Majors for running away from a from a hostile date. Yeah, I mean, John. One thing about our so-called community is that Jonathan Majors, we didn't have Jonathan Majors back, and it goes back to the same hypocrisy that I was expressing with this right here. We pick and choose who we want to support in our community. I mean, and for a black man, you got to be with a black woman in order to get black support. That's just how, for some reason, that's just how the pecking order goes. Uh, it's like pecking order is like black women, black children, black men. That's what the pecking order is, and I would say a lot of that is due to men, what men allow, what black men have allowed. And I mean, I know we don't have a grip on laws and policies, but what about beforehand? What about years and years ago? What about the previous generation? I mean, there's not too many excuses that we can make for this. I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, we're sitting in here having these discussions right now, but these discussions should have been had before we did this little one-sided garbage that we do now in our community. Yeah. But, like I said, you bringing up Kane, Jonathan Majors would have never gotten black support. Never. Because he was with that white woman. And then even then, people are still trying to they trying to demonize his connection to Megan Good, especially with the whole Michael Ealy hug thing. Mm. So, I mean, shit. So, as a black man, if you want support from your community, you have to be with a black woman. You could even be single. You could, and this is not something I recommend to advocate for. You can even be alphabet and with a white dude. I don't give a fuck about them people. You see whatever the fuck they want to do. I don't give a shit. But I'm just like, this is just to outline the hypocrisy of our community. And Raven Knight, they originally weren't gonna bring back the Russos for anything because what they wanted to do was they wanted to get a bunch of DEI directors. If they were white dudes, they were cucks. I mean, but yeah, they want to get some DI directors. Um One reason I would say what you're saying about Disney, fuck Disney, is the way they portray black men. A lot of people be like, well, but Sam Wilson is Captain America, Anthony Mackie, he Captain America, a white boy sloppy seconds. That's what it is. Uh, well, Wonder Man, they done race swapped him to black. They said, why don't you use Brother Voodoo or Blue Marvel? Why don't you use one of them characters instead of race swapping and gender swapping? Because this shit's played out, man. And then you want to virtue signal and call it DEI. But as far as how black men are portrayed, the way they portrayed old boy in Eternals, I was like, nah. No. I mean, how is it that everybody gets to be in charge of their own image? Like every group, they get to be in charge of their image, but black men can't make calls like that. I mean, you had an Asian director deciding what a black man or how a black man should be portrayed. Yeah. Imagine if a black man tried to portray Asians in any kind of way besides how Asians wanted to be, portrayed. And, I'm not trying to say this in a racist way. I'm saying this in more defense of the brothers. You want to make damn sure that you see a black man up there sucking face with another man. And this shit was crazy. Shit was that shit was messed up. It's probably for the best they got rid of Kane. They wouldn't have done him justice. This man got defeated by ants and was sitting up there crying too. They always want to make men cry. How you gonna make how you gonna make he's supposed to be the big bad now? Until what happened with him and his white girl, is a lot of y'all say. Uh yeah, she is white, but yeah, he's supposed to be the big bad and he crying and shit. Dude crying like a motherfucker. The agenda is to emasculate the black man. That's why they didn't recast T'Challa. They said the Van Jones effect. But that's why they didn't recast T'Challa, because it's like, why would you show a black man in a kingly position, in a titular role, like one of the most important black people that was in Marvel Comics ever? But that's not what Disney wanted. What Disney wanted is they wanted the women to be the center of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the men just there to be, I would say, degraded. It's sort of like some type of revenge, kind of get my lick back for all the years men have been portrayed as cool and women have been portrayed as sex objects. Which, I mean, not all women were portrayed as sex objects. Talking about not enough female leads. Let me tell you the problem with let me tell you the problem with where how females are being portrayed. They're not. They're first of all, they're giving the direction to other women, and women don't portray women on screen with the same passion that even men writing women would do. It's just that it's just that the oh, my superpower is having a vagina. I'm so strong, and these men. We don't need these men. No, no, that's what they do. But black men still, yeah, they supported Black Panther too. They black men all over the motherfucking place. Followed the lead of their girlfriend and their mother and their wife and even their daughters. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's good for you to see. Black Panther is a girl. They followed that. They didn't want to disappoint them. Yeah, I mean, I've actually spoken with guys that have regurgitated mainstream media talking points. Oh man, you can't recast T'Challa, man. That was just too good a cast. No, you can recast anybody you want. Just like Captain America, the new Captain America movie coming out. They recasted William Hurt's character, Thunderbolt Ross. They gave it the old ass Harrison Ford. They went from old ass William Hurt to old ass Harrison Ford. I'm sitting up there like they're making all these questionable castings. War Machine 2, to my Don Cheadle. Oh yeah, from Terrence Howard to Don Cheadle. Yeah, they've recasted Superman several times, which the last time they should have just kept Henry Cavill. But I think that Henry Cavill probably made the Hollywood elites mad. Like he did, it was some way that he didn't play ball. So they was like, "No, we gotta get rid of you. We gonna get this other guy in here." Captain Marvel contract ends with a kiss by Rogue in the next film. That's how they kill her off. Oh, that they gonna do that for real? Shit, I might actually go see that. A kiss, but it's gonna be a kiss. Like I thought, like well, the way I seen it in like the X-Men cartoon, and I thought in the comic book she just held on and wouldn't let her go. They want to do a kiss. Oh God, Disney. And Disney specifically brought the they bought Marvel's movie rights to appeal to boys. And once they got that appeal, once they got Kevin Feige's cuck ass in there to actually do it right for a couple phases, then they started going back to doing what they do. Let's center it around girls and stuff. And they already had like plenty of material centered around girls. I mean, the Disney princesses are like some of the most famous cartoon characters on the planet. But they want to masculinize them. They want to make them into warriors and fighters just like men. And and what I see in history, what I used to see in history is fiction mirroring reality. Because ain't none of that shit gonna happen in real life. You ain't gonna have no warrior class of women. And you can call me sexist all you want for that. She's put in a coma and thing about it. Brie Larson has no idea what happens to her. Yeah, because they didn't. Because what they tell these actors is not to study the characters or to read the comic books. They tell them that. Don't read the comic books because we have our own ideas about how we want this to go down, which is pretty idiotic. Seeing that you're alienating a fan base that kept comic books going forever. Oh, look, second dislike. I got a second dislike. So it could be a follower of the serial disliker. So we got to play it.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze.
Damn.
Yes, we got us a dislike. You believe in chivalry, you're sexist. If I believe in it, shoot. Like, that would mean that opening a door for a woman was sexist, which, kind of is true because, I mean, if she could do it all on her own, who am I as a man to get in her way? Thinking that they can't open doors on their own and shit, So, new, I think you probably own to something right there. Captain Marvel 3 will introduce Rogue to the MCU. Yeah. He said, fuck Kamala, we're still not voting for her. Imagine Tony Stark coming back and seeing another version of him being Doctor Doom. That might be interesting. I mean, yeah. I mean, it might, they're doing this multiverse crap now, which I maybe thought that was a good idea if they would have explored different characters and stopped lollygagging around and stopped trying to do DEI and everything. Yeah, because I thought Spider-Man No Way Home opened up a lot of doors that, you know, that Disney Marvel has not taken advantage of. So let's see. Let's see. Wasn't Wolverine the only one that could touch Rogue and not die? Uh yeah, well, I guess because of his healing factor and his ability to recover real quick, I would probably say that was accurate. But you can't hold on to for too long. Like you know, that first X-Men film, but the comic books would probably have always have the most valid information about characters. Well, everything before Stan Lee passed away. I'll say that. I honestly think Tom Cruise is the next Iron Man now. You think he's gonna be ready to take the role this time? I wanted Tom Cruise in Superior Iron Man, but he wanted a lot of money. Who knows? That still can be a surprise. Said there's a talk. Uh, Tony Stark coming back, but his daughter's Iron Man. He's some type of AIBS. Another. Yeah, They were talking about having Robert Downey Jr. do the voice of the AI for Ironheart, but I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work out. Okay, so Andre 420 said thoughts on RDJ playing Doctor Doom. Like I said, I'm on the fence with it. I mean, he's so well established as Iron Man. It might be it might actually work. You never know. It might actually put the MCU back on top. I mean, they should have never left the top, but they started being fucking stupid. And that coat that he's wearing right now, I seriously doubt that's going to be the Doctor Doom coat. That looked like the coat from the Fantastic Four movies that Chris Evans was Human Torch in. No disrespect to Don Cheadle, but Michael Jai White would be a better War Machine. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Don Cheadle, he's more buff like James Rhodes. James Rhodes, like Don Cheadle, James Rhodes looks a little bit shriveled. But once you put him in the War Machine armor, then that ain't gonna matter anyway. But still, yeah, he's supposed to be a clone of the original. Yeah, yeah, he's supposed to be like a scroll. Like what I didn't like about the Scroll Invasion series on Disney Plus was they had a female scroll masquerading as Rhodey. And you know what that's supposed to be saying, right? And you got Nick Fury sexing up aliens like he's Captain James T. Kirk. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that. Y'all so fucking stupid. We need Denzel as Blue Marvel. Uh, I think Denzel was offered a Marvel character, but I think Denzel's sentiment was, "I don't do woke." Like, I think they tried to woke him. I think they actually tried to make him gay, and I don't see Denzel in a role like that. I don't. If he's gonna do superhero films, which Denzel's first movie was actually supposed to be a superhero film, but he turned it down for Cry Freedom. Now, Cry Freedom kickstarted his acting career in a way that makes him one of the most revered actors ever. But if he'd have took that superhero role and it wasn't even a Marvel or DC superhero, even it probably would have stalled his career out. Denzel was supposed to be Doctor Doom. I thought it would have been Blue Marvel. I mean, he'd have been cool as Doctor Doom. I don't. He would have been cool, or he would have. It would not have fit Denzel. But I mean, Denzel. I mean, based on Training Day, he knows how to play a villain. Uh, they won't hire black strong men. Old dude that played Black Manta, he's playing Wonder Man, and you know Wonder Man is someone who is originally supposed to be Caucasian, but they race swapped him for some reason. They had asked him to replace Jonathan Majors. Okay. Washington was offered the role of Galactus in the upcoming Fantastic Four, which is set to release in 2025. However, Washington has apparently declined the role. Man, can you imagine Denzel Washington? Oh, I'm getting hungry. I think I'm going to eat this planet now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Silver Circle. You don't like me. Who says I gotta like you? Oh no. Oh boy. So y'all, one of y'all saying he's supposed to be Doctor Doom. Another one of y'all saying that he's supposed to be Galactus. I thought he was supposed to be Blue Marvel. Oh man. Willem Dafoe has the face of a traditional Joker. It would definitely do well. Yes, it would. I mean, I've seen the Facebook edit of Willem Dafoe's the Joker. He looked just like him. I mean, but he played that Green Goblin so well in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's hard to see anybody else as Norman Osborn. But you know, we'll never see that come to fruition in the MCU because you know Sony's playing with the damn Spider-Man characters. Let me tell you something. Speaking of that, Craven is supposed to come out, and it's like I have no faith in that movie. They had the guy who played Quicksilver in Avengers Age of Ultron, which I don't understand why they killed off Quicksilver so quickly. They got him playing Craven the Hunter. Yeah. They actually named the movie Craven the Hunter. Yeah. So it's like they're trying to make him an anti-hero in this movie, but you're already fucking Craven the Hunter up because Craven the Hunter is an irredeemable villain in the comic book. Yeah. Kraken. Okay, I know you meant Craven. Craven looks awful. Yeah, forever blessed. Salute and blessings. Yeah, salute to you as well. New is like, where's the Black Green Lantern? They ain't never did it. He's the most powerful one. Well, that's DC, and John Stewart is a cool motherfucker. I don't know if they're gonna portray John Stewart right because John Stewart was a player also. He was bam, bam, bam on them female heroes. Yeah, he was that ninja. Yeah, but to me, he's also like the coolest Green Lantern. Denzel is Wolverine. No, that role, Denzel too cool to play Wolverine, bro. I mean, it'll be an interesting concept, but I don't think it'll turn out very good. Trail Bentley, what's good? Not recasting T'Challa, biggest mistake, but that is what Disney wants. They were trying to remove Chadwick Boseman from the title character anyway and trying to move it to Shuri anyway. And there have been reports of that. But Chadwick Boseman's, and I hate to say it like that, Chadwick Boseman's death was a convenience to what they were trying to put, what they were trying to push. Is mean spirited as that may sound. I don't put nothing past these woke motherfuckers. Nothing. Shoot. Yeah, Craven. Craven. If Craven follows in the footsteps of Madam Web and Morbius and Madam Web, what made me mad about Madam Web was Madam Web blew its load in the trailer commercials because, like I said, I don't like it when movies show key scenes in their trailers. I give you a I give you an example. The Last Airbender. Remember that dumpster fire? Like the wall of water. Like they gave away their key scene in the like. Why even go to the fucking movie if you're gonna do that? Daniel Day Lewis is another person that can play Joker. His role is Bill the Butcher in Gangs of New York. Is why I say that. What the fuck is Daniel Day Lewis been? Is he doing like independent films? Or some, yeah, because I know you just named a movie, but you know, Madam Web was ass. You said Lil Shirley was 2000x better than Madam Web. What is Lil Shirley? Is that a movie I should check out? Miss it Lil Shirley. Man said I fell asleep twice trying to watch Madam Web. I'm not sure what that movie was about. Well, Madam Web is this really old blind woman that she stays in the Spider Verse, the webbing of the Spider Verse. That's where she lives. Uh, and she like kind of, you know, guides Spider Man somewhat. Yeah, which I'm getting real seriously tired of the Spider Man films without Spider Man. I mean, I do understand they pull that off in the comic books sometime, but comic books are different. Lil Shirley is a content creator. LOL. Okay. To be honest, I don't know who would play a good Galactus, but that's probably why they had him as a cloud in the Fantastic Four movie. There was a rumor that Liam Neeson got cast as Galactus a while back, but I don't know if he's. Hold up. Let me see if I can find if they cast Galactus. Uh, Galactus. Let me see Galactus MCU actor. Some dude named Ralph Ineson or some dude was in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Let me see. Was he the one? Let me see. Game of Thrones. Let me think about what actor he was. I think he was the one that was like kind of Peter Dinklage's bodyguard. Well, yes, but that's who Galactus is. Yeah, let's see. Ralph Ineson. Let me see who he was in Game of Thrones. For those of you who watched that. Okay, Galactus is bigger than a planet. I don't think that it matters if Kevin Nash would play Galactus Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. Let me see. Game of Thrones. Let me see what actor this guy was. What role he was in Game of Thrones. Let's see. Game of Thrones. Who was he? He played the role of Dagmar Cleftjaw. Fuck is Dagmar Cleftjaw? He won't. I think he was in Greyjoy's. Uh, let's see. I think he was in Greyjoy's army personal guard before they knocked him out and left him for cold. Like that shit was funny as shit. I know Madam Web from the comics. I had no idea what the movie was supposed to be. Oh yeah, yeah, me neither. It was so bad, kid. They decided to separate it from Spider Man. What, just like Morbius and just like this Craven film that's about to come out, and it flopped so hard it got completely separated from the Spider Man universe. Oh, we got the elder Black Uru Strikes in the building. Daniel Day Lewis retired from acting at least 5 years ago. Oh yeah, I know I ain't seen him in a while. They need a voice like Keith David of Dennis Haysbert to be Galactus. Yeah, Keith David has a very distinct voice. It's like it's hard to separate him from Spawn though, and Goliath from Gargoyles. James McAvoy is Galactus. Oh god. James McAvoy. I don't know. Galactus would need some bass in his voice or something, you know. Uh, shoot. But anyway, ain't nobody gonna come up here and give me no smoke, man. I'm just too agreeable, y'all. I'm too agreeable. I'm too cool. You know, there's a couple people that's in this space that ain't too fun to me right now, but they're both chicken shits, and I seriously doubt they'll come up here. You know, I say that with the most extreme prejudice as well. It's like, you know, yeah, and I got 30 in here, but I only got 18 likes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. The hell y'all doing? Okay. It's a line in the winter. What's good? I mean, yeah. People are chicken shits these days, but some people are much more disappointing than chicken shits. You know, there's a couple of instances where I actually feel a little betrayed. I do, and it's a sad thing for me to deal with, but you know, being the agreeable guy that I am, I expected more. What up, Art New Stall TV? That movie flopped so hard, Sony decided to cut it from Spider-Man. Madam Web will never return again unless she's a cartoon. Uh, I mean, they could probably figure a way into the new into like the new Spider-Man film whenever it comes out. I mean, you know, I think they try to get back Tom Holland to play Spider-Man, but they've been having rumors about Spider-Man films starring Andrew Garfield, starring Tobey Maguire again. I seen an article with Tobey Maguire the other day. Sony has agreed to do a Spider-Man film starring Tobey Maguire. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with these rumor mills. People are tired of seeing female heroes. Let me add on to that statement for you. People are tired of seeing female heroes that are poorly written, whose vagina is treated like a superpower. And then when it flops, the writers, the directors, everybody had something to do with the project will go on the internet, especially, you know, platforms like Twitter or X to attack fans. It's all Toby and Tom and Andy from here on out. You talking about Tom Hardy? Because I believe that's another film that I'm not looking forward to is Venom. That Venom 3. I think they blew their load with the Venom horse. I think that's probably the most significant scene in the film, and they gave it away. I think that Tom Hardy's Venom was probably going to die in the next film. And then they're probably gonna have that little drop of symbiote that they left in Tom Holland's world. They're probably gonna expand on the Venom character from there. I think they're gonna kill Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock. So I don't even know if I should go see that movie. Like it's like it's like I've stopped looking forward to movies. Like seriously. Like I went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine the other day, and I was like, I ain't had too much faith in it. I mean, it is what it is. Andrew Garfield getting the Venom suit should have been in the third movie. They ended that universe too soon, right after he loses Gwen. Bro, that could have been fire. He even admits to pulling no punches. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought, yeah, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man universe was a little bit darker than Toby's Spider-Man universe. I mean, you know, it probably would not have been any kind of dancing in the street. You know, once he got the black suit, he probably would just been destroying motherfuckers. But Agent Venom or Carnage? Ooh, that's a tough one. I have to go with Carnage on that. I mean, Agent Venom was Flash Thompson, but Carnage has always been a beast. Like always. He's actually like the Venom movies, but yeah, that was a short ride. I really thought that it was stupid for Venom and Eddie Brock to talk as if they were two separate beings instead of talking together. Mm, all right. So if nobody's gonna come up here and give me smoke, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the swan song on this one. Mm, yeah, I guess I'll give it a few more minutes. I mean, for those of you who are the real ones, thanks for sticking around and sticking with me for this broadcast, these smokeless smoke shows and everything. Uh yeah, I know people were probably looking for me to, talk about dumbassery or whatever, but I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of dumbass shit going on around here. It really is. So I mean, but you know, I guess I'm just that cool with you guys. So yeah, let's see. I think they didn't go with Andrew after he suggested that MJ be a redhead guy. Oh, uh, Andrew Garfield, I believe, is bi, which is just another expanded way of saying gay. But yeah, he wanted his Peter Parker to be bisexual. So yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Andrew is a fool. Hmm. What else, Sweet Jones? Yeah. Toby, they said Toby demanded too much money for Spider-Man 4 or something like that, or they didn't like the creative direction it was going because they were either actually supposed to introduce the lizard in 4 or they were supposed to introduce Morbius in 4. I don't know. I forgot. I mean, maybe a couple of you got some different information. I want to see a live action porn version of Black Cat. I fell a little bitch on PlayStation. Okay. Disney has the blueprint to ruin everything. They did the gay Spider-Man and the boys this year. Yeah. They actually they since they took that multiverse thing to like it, to its extremes in the comic books, they got a gay Spider-Man in the comic book. He's a variant because people who don't actually support the product want to, for some reason they try to convince you they want to be included. Mm. So, all right. So let's take this in a different direction. You guys in the chat, what I got to do to get a little smoke around here? Do I have to insult somebody? Do I have to go on other people's platforms just to disagree with them? Do I have to use a talking point that everybody's tired of hearing? Yeah, let's go in that direction for a second. I'll still respond to your comments. The thing that kills me is that the LGBTQ character is always black. She was fine as fuck. Chaos Rain says yes. Whoever shadows Black Cat was something else. Light a cigar at this point. Turbo graphics on ass. You gotta talk about somebody, mama. Oh yeah, do them like me. Talk about their kid or some shit like that. Find out if they have a son or a daughter. Just really go at the little kid and just become the most tasteless, the most tasteless, poorest example of a content creator ever. But a lot of black folks are into that kind of bullshit. We love fuckery. The fuckery. Oh boy, boy, boy. Mm. Yeah, but I do admit it's getting a little dull. Keep shitting on Kamala, you'll get smoked. Yeah, which is that's sad smoke. Start back SBN. That'll bring the smoke. I don't know if I ever been that much of an SBE guy. I mean, I'll poke fun at stupid bitches, but You know what I'm saying? You know, being the stupid bitch defender, that has never been in my blood. What did Candace Owens say about Sonya Massey that is getting her roasted? I wasn't sure she made a comment on it. I know the officer Tatum tried to make excuses for the police officers, and people make me sick doing that bullshit. But every time there's a nationally televised or publicized victim of police brutality, you got these people that come out and got a buck dance for it. You know, Candace Owens, not real shocked. She buck dances, quite a bit. Then she tried to do that thing, where she was trying to become a grifter, which I think was successful for her. Yeah, Officer Tatum, I know he made some excuses for it. I mean, but ain't no excuse you can make for that. Ooh, I'm scared of boiling water. I'm gonna shoot you in the face and kill you in cold blood. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, like you motherfuckers, man. Some of these people try to justify some scary ass police officers. I mean, you the motherfucker with the gun. You got other ways to neutralize folk. Does it always have to be death? Like shit. Bro, black women threatening all types of retaliation for not supporting Kamala. Why? Because she's a black woman. Man, get they can kiss my ass for that, just like they can kiss my ass last year for whatever reason. The year before that, the year before that, what the fuck are they threatening? They're threatening what? What? They're gonna do the no sex thing? That's gonna be impossible. But I thought she was trying to reinvent herself after PragerU dropped her. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What retaliation? What retaliation are you talking about? I don't give a fuck. I mean, shit. It's already established that sisters, and when I say sisters, I'm talking about black women, publicly do not respect black men as a collective. I don't care if they talk about how much they love their fathers, their brothers. Oh, I got black sons. Ain't none of that shit stopping them. Ain't none of that shit stopping them from saying the bullshit that they say and going with the bullshit that they go with. Yeah. I mean, they very good at spreading propaganda. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. They posting that in Facebook groups online. Just a shame, like I said, just a shame black men for dating out. I see plenty of stuff like this. If they say no fucking, just say something in German. All sorts of retaliation, doxing to trying to wreck lives. Is that what they gonna do? Look up my credit score? Give a fuck? Oh, he has bad credit. He's not very good with money. No, I just need more of it. Like the fuck? Fuck out of here, bitch. I don't care about you. If we were to retaliate against black women for their disloyalty, what would that look like? I don't know. Maybe just dating out permanently. What up, Ray? Got Ray Hummer, the Hummer Force in the building. I mean, what are black men providing now for black women that we could take away from them and if they would actually feel it? So he had speeding tickets. Yeah, bitch, you gonna pay him? I don't give a fuck at this point. Like seriously, the nerve of these B dubs. Let them call their king Roland Martin out. They don't consider Roland Martin a king. Simps are never like as much as they are supported by the sisterhood. They're supported because they are a subterfuge to the conversation. There's no respect there. I mean, Derrick Jackson, like I said, the only reason why Derrick Jackson ever got as far with women that he did is because nigga know how to do some push-ups. Somebody like Roland Martin is a gerbil's world. That's Roland Martin right there. That motherfucker is not being put on any kind of manhood pedestal by any of these sisterhood broads. He is a means to an end. That's all Roland Martin is. He is a means to an end, a means to a simp end. We already not donating sperm to the bank. Well, I tell you the truth, man. But some of us been impregnating paper towels like a motherfucker. Man, but I mean, look, people ain't gonna ever stop messing with each other. Black men and black women ain't gonna never stop messing with each other. So they might as well stop posting little memes like this, like black men are the fucking bad guy. That we're like the world's super villain. And then at the same time, they'll argue that we have no power. It's like, bitch, pick a struggle. Like, I found out the details of Chad Dalton's youngest restaurant owner in Atlanta. You mean Chad Dillon? That's what you mean, Chad Dillon. Yeah, he started a restaurant that became an instant success, and now he dead, which pisses me the fuck off because we can't ever keep nice shit in the black community. We can't ever do it. We can't ever have support for our brothers. We can't. We can't do it. It's not possible at this point. It's not. It's so sad. It's like, think about it. If you start a multi-million-dollar business and you stay around the hood, man, somebody gonna try you, bro. Somebody gonna try you, and then all the nigga, all the nigga gonna do is end up in prison. He gonna throw his life away because he jealous as fuck of a man who got out there and tried. A super villain with no power causing this much trouble, that's a villain for the ages. What if we start a movement to redefine what our culture is? Good luck. Because the pushback is going to be you're trying to start a patriarchy, you're sexist, you're misogynistic, you hate women, which is in the same vein. Kevin Kelly had his restaurant in Texas and black women were dancing on the table. Then the sisterhood had the nerve to try to cancel him when he spoke up about their behavior. Oh, yeah. Like they started using all kinds of excuses like, oh, well, he shouldn't have played that music if he didn't want nobody dancing. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop being a ratchet bitch everywhere you go. Like, jeez. Somebody got to tell you, besides your parent, got to tell you how to behave. Like, get the fuck out of here. They're trying to shame black women. They're trying to check black women's behavior. Bitches shouldn't be twerking while people trying to eat. Nobody wants twerk wind in their fucking salad. Nobody does. Get the fuck out of here. This man right here. And man, they're saying that Chad Dillon got involved with the street beef situation. Also, he was going to buy the next restaurant, a Jamaican restaurant around his block. If he would have stuck to the Jamaican theme, that would have been some fire ass food. Like, you know, I like a jerk chicken. I like, you know, yeah. Said twerk flakes.
Mr. Kevin.
Yeah, what's good? What's good, Van Jones?
Thank you for having me up, brother.
Yeah.
I have smoke for you. I've heard that you've been requesting the smoke.
Okay, what's good?
Don't you realize that me and brother Martin have galvanized the entire Greek organization in support of Kamala? And how dare you? How dare you? I feel a tear coming from this eye. Immediately discount our service to the community. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Hey, you know how some people take their hats off to people saying good stuff? I just put my hat on. So what do you believe I'm thinking about what you just said? Put my hat on. I'm putting my hat on to you.
You're trying to be white adjacent.
White adjacent? Oh, okay. Well, Well, no, I was gonna say something real sick, but if you was for man, but when people say shit like white adjacent, all you're doing is giving white people power because what you're doing is you're putting them in the lead position. You're putting them in the lead position. So what you're saying is everybody follow these motherfuckers. You know,
Don't you know we raised
nothing is original with us.
20,000 men, me and Roland have been instrumental. I have seen Roland. Did you see Roland's actual podcast, sir, where he went through all of the alphas and the kappas and the omega men, and they've all shown solidarity. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Yeah, he's going to a very small group of people. And I mean, like, and Joy Reid's dumbass, while she calling people white adjacent, what could be more white adjacent than this? What? Oh, wait a minute. I ain't even got it on the screen. Yeah. What could be more white adjacent than that?
Well, what you fail to realize, sir, is that she is multicultural. And if you have not seen us, we already have done a interview with Brother Steve Harvey. And she has explained to you that she is for the American people and not just black people. So what do you have to say about that?
Yeah. She was claiming South Indian, like after she found out Joe Biden won the election, and South Indian is not American. I mean, so I mean,
Of color, she's a person
like
of color.
she's pandering to whoever convenient at the time. I mean, like I'm gonna go ahead and say this. She's not what I grew up understanding what presidential was. You know,
She's a person of color, and we should all step behind persons of color because we have fought to be called colored people ever since the civil rights. We've been fought to call ourselves coloreds. We wanted this colored people thing. So how dare you say you want to be called black? We are all colored people.
I guess. Colorism, what? Like, let me tell you something about people of color. Whenever it comes to a race issue that doesn't involve these other people of color, black people, we still on our own with that shit. I mean, the second the TV says protect this other group, protect that other group, black folks be the first people to hop on, the first ones carrying the flag for folks. But when it comes to our own people, that's not possible. It doesn't seem like it, you know. And let me call out some hypocrisy here. The whole colorism argument has been dead to me for quite some time. This image right here deads the damn colorism argument forever. It does. Can't nobody sit up there and say stuff like, man, well, y'all don't like dark skinned black women. It's like black women don't even like dark skinned black women. Look at us. Look at what's on the screen. And here's what I say to a lot of you foolish ass fucking liberal Democratic voters. I mean, the black ones will dick police black men in a fucking heartbeat, but they accept this.
I have talked to Kamala myself, and she assures me upon assuming the nomination for president, she is going to let her husband give her a half black baby.
Half black baby? Oh, shit. What? Through what? Magic? Man, I mean,
Black
I think
girl,
them days over with for her.
Black
I mean,
girl.
black girl. Oh, shit. I forgot. Yeah, these 304s eat the ass now and hoes turn out themselves by sticking crystals in their butt. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, the girls that claim that they're like mystics and casting spells and trying to do hoodoo on brothers and shit. They're practicing voodoo priestesses and stuff. Stay clear. If you praying to if you praying to a rock, I'm like, if you're a woman that wears all this weird shit, wear these little weird head wraps and stuff, like, and then you praying to rocks and you wearing all this damn weird ass jewelry and shit, I'm staying away from your ass. You ain't gonna get a hair off my chinny chin and try to do nothing to me. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Hey man, I tried to give some Van Jones smoke, man, but I couldn't even get I couldn't even do a good impersonation of the crying man for it, but I tried.
Artist thought, do you really think they're voting for her husband more than her image wise? And let me tell you something. They're voting for her based on two things. Number one, she has a vagina. Number two, she claims black, and the media has been calling her black all up and down and around the fucking world. Anything that the media says repeatedly, some of us have a tendency to go for it with no problem. I mean, that's how you're able to push propaganda is if you go on TV and you say the shit repeatedly. A lot of people demonize free speech over social media because it's not controlled by the mainstream media. It's not regurgitating the same bullshit. You're challenging people's thought processes over here, but over there it's more comfortable language. I would say it's more colorful. It's more feel good crap rather than the truth. And the truth of the matter is, this woman on the screen don't care about none of y'all black asses.
Well,
And then, like, let me say this one more thing, and don't come to me with that. But Trump do like, no, I don't give a fuck about either one of them. Say, but go ahead.
well, I think it is a feel good fest. And just looking at people like, we have to use them as an example. I hate even saying their name, but just looking at Roland Martin and a lot of these brothers, they frats with him. And it's funny how many frats he had up there. You know what I'm saying? Where was the just straight up black guy off the street? You know what I'm saying? Business owner, truck driver, plumber, electrician, you name it. Hell, even an Uber driver, anything. Where was those guys? You know what I'm saying? Where were those? I watched some of that, and it was like a 4-hour stream. I couldn't watch the whole thing, but I was able to kind of, parse through it. And every person I saw on there was a frat. And I was like, man, you would almost think they got some kind of fixes in on this. They just want some money out of it too. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. I didn't hear them one time speak anything over that conference call they had where they were specifically delineating things that Kamala is on policy about black men specifically. Now, these are black men giving the money in support of it. So why in that whole line of crap on the man's show did he not have one black man even question what is they going to do for black, while we raising all this money? What is they going to do for black men at all? I did not hear one policy.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that disagrees with the message that they're being pushed will be cut off immediately. Like, especially in, echo chambers like that. You don't, if you don't think that Roland Martin runs an echo chamber, think again. Like, and most of our people, I'm sorry, we're more comfortable with echo chambers. And that's just a normal occurrence. It, I mean, it, to say if I could, I would do away with echo chambers for real, so we can allow free thought to progress. But it would not be something that would be very comfortable for our people because once you challenge thought processes, you have to really think about how you're going to come back from anything that anyone says. It's much easier to be around people who agree with you that you agree with. There's no challenges that are there to be had. And I think that's kind of sad and weak, if you ask me. But thank you, Detroit 313, for the super chat. Really, thanks for your support. Also, for those of you whom this may apply to, Cash App is open 24/7. So,
I have heard some. I've heard some, Kevin. I have to give him at least one, right?
Yeah.
What Son is Hot Rod was saying throughout the whole election, not once have I heard black people mention anything about the candidates' policies. Well, I've heard some policy, and I've heard two that have been, kind of parroted by the usual suspects. Yeah. And I hear, three. I hear democracy is at risk. I've heard abortion.
Project 2025. I've heard that one a lot.
Project 2025. And also, what was the other one? It was the Anti-Lynching Act. And right, the anti-lynching.
I would have thought that killing someone maliciously was already illegal. But okay. But let me read this super chat from Detroit 313. Like I said, thank you for your support. Black witches be like Freddy Krueger with 9,400 pounds, calling themselves thick, but kill a dude less than 30 seconds, which is god damn, bro. Well, you talking about a whole category in porn.
I've seen that, man. I saw that one on the where they have the fat women on the who eats all the million cheeseburgers, and I saw one brother.
Million cheeseburgers.
Well, she was laying in the bed and he was cooking for her, and like she had like sauce. I mean, you could just look at that plate, bro. She had like 10 pan sausages, a whole slab of bacon, 10 eggs, pancakes, and all this. The brother started feeding her, and I'm like, bruh,
you ought to be put in jail for that shit. And you ought to have your ass whooped for that, man. Cut that bullshit out, man. You're feeding her you're feeding her demise. That's what you're doing right now. Because people like that they have like they'll have congestive heart failure and they're out of here. Like, if the man truly loved the person, he would get that person help. And I do understand that there's a such thing called food addiction. But let's see. I mean, I can't judge them. They're doing as they should. It is what it is. Rules are rules, but still not voting for that. Sad they have dug themselves in like this. She doesn't have any policies but the same ones. Women get shit, men will not. Oh, okay. Like they've been doing. Is it Project 2025? This is what we're dealing with regard 89% of folks. Yeah, I guess you're talking about black voters. They are not going to sign that bill. You talking about Project 2025? Yeah, it's a fear mongering piece. I heard they wrote that shit 5 years ago. Democracy is at risk, meaning they can't change your kid's gender. Man, democracy at risk. Men must play in women's sports. Well, what do you know? Kevin has hair, and more important, he has a hairline. Yeah, because all of us, we supposed to be bald, we supposed to be fat, we supposed to be gay, we hate women, all this other shit. We're short. I mean, I'm not quite 6 feet, I missed it by like an inch and a half. I'm like 5'10" and 3/4. And I was like, yeah, come on, God, let me get that 6. Let me get that 6. No, it just didn't quite happen. But I mean, yeah. But tomorrow I'm gonna start hitting the exercises a bit harder and finish the job that I started back a few months ago. Yeah. So democracy can't be strong if it's on the verge of collapse or in danger every election. Yeah, that is every election. And these motherfuckers, oh, you missed it by 3. Yeah. Well, yeah, it happens, man. Also, they still haven't gotten rid of the Mann Act. They never will. They never will. Trust me, as long as you can put enough policies and laws in place to get over on men, they won't. Shoot. Let me see. Project 2025 is just the Turner Diaries explain. That new movie Civil War is just the latest iteration of that. Oh, okay.
I just took a look at this anti-lynching bill, Kev, and I'm looking at it, and it details that it will be a 30-year sentence for anyone who was lynching a person. Well, I think that's a good sentiment. I already thought that, killing someone would that's still a case already. So we're going to add on to the anti-lynching bill. We're going to actually go down the road of that. We've got George Floyd, Tamir Rice. We've got a lot of brothers who've been killed by police, by citizens that was wrong, that did not get lynched. Most of them got shot or were choked to death, things of this nature. I think it could have been a little more better worded if they're going to do something like in terms of that, nothing wrong with anti-lynching, but what I'm saying is, like, look at the bill for the anti-Asian hate. They actually, bullet pointed a lot of things for them, but yet in this anti-lynching bill is just lynching. You know, and there is certain places in America where people are lynched, but in terms of every day and what they bring up, most of the time I see it's a lot of killing by the police doing it, not actually lynching them, but actually the police doing it. So why could we have got maybe some type of protection to kind of get at this this immunity thing with the police instead of doing some stuff about anti-lynching? Maybe we could have put that in there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we all know the anti-lynching bill is just a virtue signal. That's it. It's just something to catch the ears of black voters. Oh, they're gonna do that. Oh, ooh, vote. Let me vote for it. You know. And is it really like, I'm against lynching? Yeah, I am. I mean, and like I said before, that you just got through saying, I thought killing was already illegal. I mean, but I guess it gives. I guess in context, it gives accountability to everybody who was there that was cheering that shit on. The guys that uh the men, and maybe the women too, that was holding a goddamn tiki torch or whatever, and was responsible for leading whoever to their deaths. I mean, I can understand that, but the thing is like, to do something specifically for black people. I mean, it won't happen, because you definitely find out who is against anything that you want for yourselves as a people. You would definitely find that out. I mean, in politics, I mean, shit. When people speak about reparations, which New believes should be stated as restitution instead of reparations, whenever you mention anything about reparations, then these motherfuckers are always against it. And even the black politicians, they're against it too. Shit, Obama said it was impossible to do. Bernie Sanders said it was impossible to do. And Kamala straight up said, "Oh, why would I would do anything specifically for black people?" I mean, straight up said it. And do you think these bitches out here care? Hell no, they don't fucking care. They don't care. All they care about is that she has a vagina and then she's black.
Well, if we could come
in that order.
What is it, 2 hours? They said 2 hours came up with $2 million, right? In 2 hours. So if they came up with $2 million, allegedly from black women, black men had put something in or whatever, you came up with $1 million in 2 hours. How is it impossible to get some reparations things going? We create a trust, a bearing interest trust, to even, support people in policy to get some of it done. And hey, if they didn't want to do it, we could actually.
The motherfucker came up with what, $2-3 million, but can't support their local businesses for shit. But then be the same ones got their fists in the air talking about some support black businesses. It's hypocrisy all over the fucking place. Where even I said, because his daughter loved him 3,000K, that's why he back. Oh, you talking about Robert Downey Jr. Oh, okay. Why the hell is Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom? That's a question that's on a lot of people's minds. But is a reinstate Roe v. Wade Act, in other words, abort black babies. They just gave it back to stage right. You want to abort, then just go ahead and move up to that state and stay there. Oh yeah, they gave it back to the states. Oh, not stage, states. Said there's y'all reparations. Yeah, man. But I mean, anybody black that is against reparations would definitely take a check if the government said, "Hey, here's your reparations." I know I would. I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then for those of y'all who act like, oh well, man, I'm against reparations. Let me have your check. Sign your check over to me. You're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Fuck no, nigga. That's how y'all gonna look at me.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, and especially, I can imagine that from some of these conservative shield dudes, right? But I have been part of a couple of black groups on Facebook, mostly liberal run, just, in there, back and forth with, black people of all types, specifically liberals run it though, the moderators and the owners of the group. And anytime I would bring up reparations as hey, let's take a look at it, the most liberal of the liberal ones would attack my post. I mean, to the point where they would actually eventually just delete it. Because when I start bringing up actual, statements, well, hey, why don't we just, ask where are the places where we can win on? Let's go to some of these people who still have money. There are receipts available. We don't have to charge the American people necessarily, but some of these companies and corporations that are still living today, you know what I'm saying, that have received benefit from that, let's just tax them. I'll give you a perfect example. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's father, Archie Manning. They own right outside of a county that I was in, Mississippi, in the Delta. It's a place called Drew and Ruleville. And on the backside of that county, Peyton Manning and Archie Manning's father, they own about 300,000 acres of cotton land. 300,000 acres. And Archie Manning's father, I would make the step to say, has probably benefited from the slave trade, and 300,000 is almost a quarter of the county. And yet, we couldn't go back and look at some of the receipts from the cotton back in the days, see who won off that. We don't have to necessarily take out the American government for the tax bill on that. Let's go to some of the people who actually still got money in their bank account for it. Maybe that. Most people don't even know that dude's family do own 300,000 acres in the middle of slave, basically a slave county in the Delta, where, just 50 years ago, they were sharecropping, wasn't giving brothers their money, was killing folks for trying to unionize, was doing all of this type of stuff against us, yet no one has any smoke for none of them.
No, they don't, because people only want to stay informed about the things they want to stay informed about, and not stuff like that. They don't put too much emphasis on people like Archie Manning and Peyton Manning, because these a lot of these motherfuckers heroes. They were football quarterbacks and shit. You would never think of them as being a part of such a low down system historically, but hey, they're white, so they're probably gonna have their shit in some type of corruption. Like who got in trouble a while back? It wasn't Brett Favre, was it? Somebody got in trouble.
Yeah, Favre was doing some fraud stuff down there.
Yeah, man, I remember back in the day when we used to talk about Brett Favre's daughter. I don't know what she looked like now, but I know back about 10 years ago she was thick as fuck. I was like, God damn, black man's kryptonite. I'm just playing. I know how some of y'all be taking that out there. But Tom Brady is the GOAT of professional football. I mean, I'm just waiting for Biden to get us into this war. Oh yeah, Biden is still in office, I believe. Yeah, he's gonna be in office till he's not.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too, because now we gotta look at some honesty, man. And that's what you would expect. And they're gonna press her. I know this new debate. They were saying, well, telling Trump, well, you need to take it easy on her. But I would bring up, if I was Trump, I would bring up, well, if you knew that Biden was, having mental issues, why didn't you step up as VP to even start, saying some things, about him, behind the scenes, not necessarily bringing it out there to the public, but why didn't you say anything? Jean Pierre, why you're not saying nothing? It's cheap.
Jean Pierre. Oh boy. I mean, like, I can't sit there and say, champion a position that is against, and just it just be so many women on the other side. But I'm not here to virtue signal either. I mean, if you're a puppet and you speak like somebody got their hand up your ass like this, then hey, it is what it is. And I mean, one thing I noticed on the Democrat side is that with the women, either all of them are like married to white men or they're gay. I don't know of a actual family black woman, and I'm not talking about this shit on the screen, that is a part of the Democratic Party. I'm talking about actual black husband, actual black kids. I mean, is a champion in her family, or even the black guy being a champion in his family. But if you have a guy like that, that is in the Democratic Party, you would never know who he is because they won't put a guy like that at the forefront. And these motherfuckers are puppeted like a motherfucker in that party. Now, as far as the Republican Party goes, because I know people love the straw man. Well, what about the Republicans? You must be for Trump. Niggas just be crying all fucking day whenever you challenge their thought process. And that's this dumbassery I be talking about.
Well, look at those women that we just spoke of now. So you talking about women, most of them are fully in support of reinstating of the Roe versus Wade. And we had just said that a lot of these women are with men of other descent, and a lot of them are part of the LGBTQ movement. A lot of them have not had a child. So why are black women who are actually family orientated, who have children, have black children, obviously, why are they not fighting back, saying, well, hey, y'all, you can't speak for us because y'all don't even have no kids or black children at that matter. So why is y'all making such a fuss about aborting more of us? If we want a voting block and we having so many problems, we got to galvanize all these people. But if we're getting rid of our potential new voters, are you making any sense with don't you want more black voters? No, we want people of color because now we can virtue signal other people to say they are part of our struggle. And a brother from the UK actually made a good point about it. I forgot his name. He was a professor out of the UK, and he explained the tetherism and how some of the overseas people will come over here and they start parroting these things. And if we say anything about reparations or standing up for FBA, and they're like, well, why do black people start delineating themselves as FBA and ADOS? They brought up all these different terms. And the brother just told him straight up. He said, well, they had to because they got a lot of people that's coming from somewhere else that's trying to, say, well, they don't want reparations, but they seem to be doing quite well here in the country.
Yeah, that is a shame on a lot of our people to want to claim, reparations. New. I'm afraid that your statement is accurate because black men love being led by black women. No other explanations needed. Yeah. That's why a lot of black men gonna be led to the polls, whether by their ear or by something else, to vote for who these women want them to vote for. I've always I'm married, but let me tell you guys something. I ain't never played that shit. Never. Whatever my decision is going to be my fucking decision. I don't think every black man that's married is out here getting cut. Like, no, it is simply not true. No, I'm not voting for this bitch. I don't care how many people in my family try to argue me down about it. Oh, oh my God. I mean, why won't you? She's black. We're supposed to be supporting black because it's black. And then that's why I start. See, this is when I start bringing up like the many examples of why that statement is bullshit. But we got blacks for Trump. Oh boy, I wish I would let a black bitch lead me. We different. There's a Trump 2024. Oh, you're very expressive about your allegiance. So we know who you're voting for in November. I mean, the good ones never speak against the bad ones. That's why I see where people are coming from when they say all. I wouldn't say that, but I understand it. Yeah, I mean, like when you talk about all, you're talking about not only the people who are the actual perpetrators, but the people who won't speak out against it and will actually somewhat defend it. And B dubs, they have a knack for defending some really dumb shit based off based off of emotion. That's why, like I will tell y'all, they're not fit to lead. Like, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Have you seen some of the shit some of these women have co-signed with? It is egregious and terrible. Shoot. And New said, I say all. All are like that. I watch black husbands vote what they wife want them to vote. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I might have told y'all this story a couple days ago. I don't remember actually coming up here saying it, but I say a lot of things I don't remember. But I remember like there was this one news publication on Facebook that was they posted this article of this small town of like I guess they were voting in the primaries or something. And I mean, they had all of them damn taking pictures like they're this just one big huge family, and they were down there. They were supporting Hillary Clinton. The in the article's title, they even said that Hillary Clinton talking about she's a sister, and I'm like, what? And I mean, like all the husbands were in the picture, all cheap with they shit eating grins. Oh, yeah, everyone happy like them niggas. I told you to do Kamala. Big Mabel King, big back looking bitches. Told you Kamala. That's it, which is why I personally stay out of the reparations conversations. Because as a UK citizen, it don't concern me. But I am in full support of FBA receiving it. Is what you're owed, period. Yes, they do that bullshit happy Negro. Yeah, they do it. And then it's just like hot sauce and my black eyed peas, you black. I mean, and then like people will sit up there, like I said, especially on the Dumb Blue app, and will be like, oh, they already trying to do everything they can to divide us. I'm like, what? And then I post this picture right here. I said, this don't look divided enough for you. She's gone to the other side. And you talking about the community is being divided. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. We've allowed black women to destroy the black community. Now they're being weaponized against the whole country. Think about how how they are cool with transgender LGBT agenda illegal aliens. No, FBA isn't ADOS. That's why there would never be reparations. Mr. Tell that king to give Africa the royal jewel back. Perhaps he'll give it back before he passes. Okay. Okay, what's this?
My name is Chris, and when I was 19 years old, I was
Okay. The Black Congregation. UK
I just-
historian Robert Walker explains why Black Americans had to delineate.
Yeah, that was that one I was telling you about, where he actually was explaining the microcosm of the terrorism versus why FBA had to delineate themselves as black people.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out a little later on. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we can show it here. I don't think Phil Scott does community strikes because the Black Congregation is his channel. Outside of the diaspora. I mean, well, he has two channels. He has the Philip Scott Show, and he has the Black Congregation, and he has the African Diaspora channel, which used to be the Advice Show. Remember you? The Advice Show. And he used to have some type of saying with it. But I remember he used to do his voice. The Advice Show. Okay, so let me
fair use for critique.
Yeah, they know that. Like I said fair use on some the other night. They still told me I was demonetized. So I gotta be careful with this shit. Let me see. Yeah.
Maybe pause it and put it in the background.
Let me see. All right, so yeah. See what he has to say.
Historian, a brother by the name of Robin Walker, and he's paying attention to what's been the delineation movement here in America. And he wants to touch on it because he also understands why people are delineating from, different immigrants that come from the continent or come from.
Oh yeah, he used to say news with a common sense approach. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's what he used to say.
The Caribbean or Latin America. Let's listen to his explanation.
Get it. I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. This is what it is. There were too many black people from outside Africa, from outside America, going to America and playing the ass. And what it is African Americans spotted this and spotted that there's a consistent pattern. Black Caribbeans, black people from Africa going to America and being the ass. And what the FBA agenda is putting up a wall and saying, no, you guys can't be a part of this if you're going to be on that.
Okay, this is the guy you was talking about that was explaining tetherism.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, people were black and that was acting like they were us, but they really weren't. I got you.
Right. And they was going, we said they're making them ass. They come into America making an ass out of themselves because of, we are already here. You came here. So then they said, well, we came here and we're successful. So, you blacks that are here already that, y'all is lazy and, we deserve to be taken care of and do what we do because y'all been here and y'all is lazy.
Yeah, I hate that whole lazy thing. I'm just like, why did you leave your little dirt, poor, piss smelling country? Like, I'll say some shit like that for real. Like, don't come to me with that. I'll hurt your feelings. But anyway,
a raccoon train.
When you say playing the ass, what? Because from what I know, a lot of Africans, a lot of Caribbeans who go there, academically, they're surpassing them. And also business-wise, they're surpassing them. So who was playing the ass?
When they then use that to say, well, that means that you African Americans are lazy. Do you see?
Yes.
And then being on some right-wing conservatism, let's throw African Americans under the bus.
That's true.
Let's pretend that Jim Crow didn't happen, redlining didn't happen, breaking up of African American business districts, breaking up of African American families. The COINTELPRO didn't happen. The Iran Contras and then moving drugs into the black community didn't happen. Yeah, and there's a whole list of things continuing right up until now that the American government has done to African Americans. And so for those black people recently arrived from outside America, you all didn't face any of that. So of course you're going to be doing better than African Americans. Duh.
Yeah.
But what's happening is a lot of the people outside Black America don't respect that. And so while I'm not about division, I can't pretend to not know why Tariq Nasheed said that.
Yeah. See, it's right there with that other brother said about, well, we're doing better, or immigrants are doing better. And that brother explained it very well. Yeah, you can easily do better because they're not doing COINTELPRO to y'all. They're not trying to break up y'all family. They're not putting drugs in the African communities or the Caribbean communities. They're not doing that purposely. You didn't experience a Joe Biden 1994 crime bill. You didn't experience a Klan. You didn't experience redlining. You didn't experience your churches being bombed and segregation and Jim Crow and
black man business owners being lynched, to stop generational wealth in the black community. Of course. See, those are some of the things that you don't that like a lot of American blacks don't want to discuss because they want to stick to the dumbass narratives fed to them by whites.
Well, and I put this, I do business with Nigerian brothers, Caribbean brothers, diaspora brothers all the time. And a lot of them are great brothers, and they actually understand some of the things that, ADOS people have gone through. And a lot of them, for the most part, they're actually in support of, the plight of FBA men trying to actually get some things accomplished. However, there's a certain sect of them that seems like they have that, got to be better than that, got to be better than the other people type of mentality. So for those, like what Nu was saying, like that's true. They want to separate. Division is important. That's why, they was able to separate a lot of people on the motherland to where it's hard for us to get a union there. They've been doing this for quite a long time. However, whenever we get some semblance of unity, we could get FBA up and get in support with some of these African diaspora brothers. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. And it doesn't mean that because we were able to get some restitution out of them that we wouldn't, support people that look like us. Because, let's be honest, a lot of the diaspora people are mixed in with us. You know what I'm saying? So they would get some type of benefit from that as well. So why is the problem where they automatically have to line up against us? Well, if we don't get it, I feel like from what I'm hearing, from just thinking of what their motive is, when they say, well, if we can't get it, we will vote or be vocal and say that if we can't get it, then we don't think y'all deserve to get it. That's my problem.
Give a fuck about that. Like, I mean, if you want me to be brutally honest, nah. I mean, the thing is, our experiences are our experiences, and to get up there and continue to try to take those experiences from us is bullshit. By saying some shit like, "Oh, you guys are just being lazy." I mean, like I told a certain content creator, I was like, "Look, man, a lot of this we're just not privy to useful information. You know, a lot of us back then didn't have the information that we have now. So, if there was a way for us to get that information back then, I'm not saying that we would be completely caught up. I'm just saying that we'll be in a better spot. You can't just call people dumb because a lot of things that they don't, man. And that's just being tone deaf and a fucking dumbass. Like seriously, like shit. If you are willing to teach instead of trying to call someone stupid for not knowing what you know or something like that, then you're just as useless as the motherfuckers that you talk about. Like shit. And you see what we're up against. It just people just got to stop playing folks for stupid. What up, Clue Channel? I see you down there. Man, I've been cammed up for quite some time, sir. I don't know any Africans that call themselves African. African was given that name by Romans. FBA doesn't have African in it. It is still separatism. Mm. Is this
Okay.
yeah, it's a smoke show. It's supposed to be at least, but I'm nearing the 2 hour mark. So they keep letting the Chinese whoop on their head, Raven Knight. Yeah, they trying to fucking they're trying to sell the damn continent. Like,
yeah, I mean,
ridiculous.
When we're in the continent and, just in Nigeria, I saw some videos in Nigeria, which I thought were highly inappropriate, where they have certain areas where the Chinese run stuff and certain black people cannot go into certain bars or certain places, expats, stuff like that, unless they had some kind of white tether over there. And then they would escort the black people out of the restaurant, the actual people who live there, and they can't even go to that. So I'm like, well, if they doing that in the motherland, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't we say something about that too? I mean, come on now. We can't just be all the way with the bull and not recognize what's really happening. And they have been doing strip mining over there. I remember we was all up in arms about the blood diamonds and things like that, which we should have been. But where are we up in arms with the Chinese? Well, they paying the Nigerians, so it doesn't matter. But who are the people underneath that's, it's people over there that's still under oppression too. But we can't forget about that. But we got our own problems over here. We just trying to take care of what we can deal with here. That's FBA.
All right. So we got Rob, the nerd supremacist, up
Yes,
here.
sir.
What's good? What smoke you got?
I got smoke with you, Kevin.
All right, cool. Let's hear it.
Okay. You keep perpetuating this whole black thing, this race thing. You keep feeding that. I got a problem with that.
All right. Well, go ahead, man, and explain your problem, and please be thorough and good with it. So.
Okay. Yes, sir. So, you don't think that you are feeding in to the whole agenda that's dividing us in this country?
Nope.
With the race thing?
Nope. Because every group knows how to distinguish themselves. It's like, why don't we have a distinguishment? Or why are we not allowed to have a distinguishment?
No. Okay. We can distinguish ourselves, but why would we do it incongruent with the along the lines of what they did, what they said, which is the race system?
So yeah, I was just about to ask who is they. I mean,
Okay,
look,
who is they? Okay,
like I
well,
was just about to ask that, but you can
okay,
go ahead and explain it if you want to.
okay. Well, the people that created this country, not the founders, but the deep state alongside of the founders, they put together something called race, which was it is a hierarchical system, putting white at the top and black at the bottom, brown in between white and black.
Okay, you sure you're not talking about a caste system?
I don't think I
Because
know what.
no, you never heard of a caste system because they used to have a
Okay.
three tier caste system back in the back in the day. It used to be white men, white women, black people. Black people didn't do that.
No, it's something more deep. It's something more deep than that.
Okay.
When they set these colors, when they put these colors out, they put the lightest color at the top and the darkest color at the bottom, which means that if you were white, you would be at the top. You would be the higher class in America. But if you were black, you will be at the bottom of America.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Kevin, you seem to feed that system. You feed that system by calling your brand Black Men. What is it? Black Men.
Black men being brutally honest,
There
and
you
I
go.
think you have a problem with the black part.
Yeah, I do.
Gone from Milk. I just tried to go to that video link. It said the video isn't available anymore. That's what it says. So let me show you. This is what the screen says. Yeah. So I did try. So he's talking about the social construct. Man,
No.
look. Look.
There's not. No, that's a cop out. I'm not talking about the social construct. That's a cop out. That's a cop out.
Kinda.
What I'm talking about, Kevin, what I'm talking about is the entire race system.
Okay.
It's designed to divide the people in America into a hierarchical system.
That's not something
And
that's not something that is imposed by black people, and I don't even have the power to implement something like that. The
no,
only
it was
thing I can do
implemented
is
on
accept.
you. You don't have the power to get out of it. You can't get out of it. It was assigned. Black was assigned to you. Black was assigned to you.
Well, then let me ask you this. What's your suggestion? Let me hear this.
My suggestion, and I said this many times on many panels and on my own channel, get rid of the whole race thing. Ignore it. Forget it.
Oh, okay. So who you
Just
try
be
to get to
members-
agree to this impossible task?
Just be members of your country. That's it. That's it. Forget black and white. Black and white does not exist. That's my whole thing. You heard it before. I know you're sighing because I said
I'm saying like a
115
motherfucker, man.
times on your panel, but
Hey.
I need you to really listen to me.
Yeah, I am. It's just that is how I'm processing what you're saying. Is that okay? But go ahead, continue.
The they that you asked me to reveal, they need everybody in America to be divided. They need that. They need it. Because if we're divided, divide and conquer. If we're divided, they are stronger.
Who is they?
Yeah.
Who is they?
The government.
So
I'm gonna say
it-
government. I'm
Good.
gonna
Let
say
me-
government. I'm gonna
Speaking
say
of
the government
anti-government,
because
Bruh.
I don't want to reveal who they are.
So let me
Oh,
ask you a question again, brother. Let me ask you a question. You said divided. So
Divided.
FBA and ADOS, okay, let's just use that as an example. So these are black people that are light-skinned black people. They're, brown black people, dark-skinned black people, people from America, foundational black Americans, American descendant of slavery, what have you. Okay, so if they're trying to galvanize and come together, then how I think the net effect would be that we would actually be gaining integrity more so than dividing, because then at least we could get people to line up for one thing specifically, because that would be more uniting factor versus a dividing factor, don't you think?
But separating black from white hasn't helped you or me or white people.
Okay, but here's
or
the thing.
anybody since it started. It hasn't.
But here's
the only thing it's done is hurt people.
Who the one doing the hurting though? It ain't us. It ain't us. After
so what I'm saying is, Kev, fuck this us versus them thing. Fuck it all. We're Americans.
It ain't us versus
I know
them,
you heard
bro.
this
Them
on
versus us.
You heard me say this on your panel before.
Yeah.
Fuck the us versus them thing. Fuck that. We're Americans.
But you just said they. So if you're saying they, then
I'm talking about the government.
But
when I say us,
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Kevin.
No, here's the thing. Let me speak.
Yes,
Look,
sir.
I will not condone any anti-government rantings on this channel. That's something that is taken very seriously on YouTube. You know, that's just to put the disclaimer out. The opinions that are expressed on this channel are not necessarily all Kevin's, but Kevin has to take accountability for what's being said on here. So just kind of tone down the anti-government.
Yeah. I understand that, and I will change my speech a little bit.
Yeah, but let's see.
Let me explain it this way. In order for a group to dominate over a smaller group, let's call it state. In order for a state to dominate over its people, the people have to be divided somehow. That's a prerequisite. There's no two ways around that. In order for a state to dominate over the people have to be divided. Because a state cannot dominate over people who are unified, who have a common thread, who have something in common, right? So what you're seeing today, wait a minute, I'm almost done. What you're seeing today is all of the common threads being eliminated. Church is gone. Music gone, right? Everything we agree on is gone. We can't even agree on what gender has babies. We can't agree on anything. We can't agree on anything.
We do agree on that.
I'm talking about when I say we, I don't fuck this black shit. When I say we, I'm talking about Americans. Americans. We can't agree on anything anymore. That's why the government, said that word. That's why the state has more power over us, because we don't agree with each other. You don't even trust your neighbor. You don't even talk to your neighbor. The cell phones are here now, and you don't even socialize anymore.
Bro, you all over the place. Like,
I'm just being,
you are all over the fucking place right now.
Speak for yourself.
Go ahead, Mr. Too Damn Much.
Okay, and to the speaker, okay, and I'm not. Please don't take this as.
No, go ahead and say it.
Okay,
you don't have to do a disclaimer with me.
It's just because what you're saying is pretty much the way the new racism has been explained, and that is saying that there is no racism. So
there's no race.
Listen to me.
There's no such thing as race.
Okay, listen to me. Okay, if you're going to talk about from this theoretical standpoint, okay, you talk about social constructs and things, but understand something. Race is a reality in this country.
No,
and
it
not. Always has been. Yes, it is.
No,
okay,
no.
It has.
You can deny it.
Okay, listen to
me. Let me
they
tell you how you can deny
excuse me. Let me finish, okay?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Because they've always, the system, okay, has always made it clear about who's who and what's what, okay? And they did that with slavery. They did that post-slavery. That's why that whole Reconstruction era narrative is such BS, because it's crazy, okay? they made it when they instituted Jim Crow, redlining, all of these different things that he just spoke about. Okay, that was because you are considered black. Therefore, you're asking someone to completely forget what this system is and carry on. That's something that's called cognitive dissonance. You want us to pretend that we're Americans, and that's another thing. They make it clear about who they think a true American is, and understand something. They don't think it's you. Okay,
Mr. Much.
No. Listen to
Mr.
me.
Much.
This is
Wait,
the thing.
hold on for a second.
No. Listen to me, please. Okay, you made your point. Let me make my point. Okay, so what you're asking us is to somehow move into this mental space that doesn't exist, because because what you're talking about. Okay, go tell the Chinese, the community, they can forget that they're Chinese and that they're American.
Chinese is not a race.
Listen to me.
I have to stop you right there.
Listen, no, see? Because you're not listening.
I have to stop you. Chinese is not a race. Black is a race. Chinese is a nationality. Chinese, you can't compare Chinese with black.
Okay.
Because black is a fucking country.
We'll say Asian.
It's a race. It's a race system.
We'll say Asian. Okay,
Asian,
Asian
is a continent. Asia is a continent.
You know what?
They are places.
They are Occidental Asians.
Actual
places.
How
about that? Occidental Asians. Just to distinguish them from Southeast Asians, okay, or any other type of Asians. We're going to say Occidental Asians. Okay?
All your examples are places in the world. Black is
not. He said Asian. Now, there's been a distinguishment with what an Asian
is. It's a continent.
Okay, listen to me. Okay, you're arguing.
We're talking about people, man. We're talking about people. So let's go to the people. The man is saying the people of Asia, not necessarily the drawn out borders, because he's right. There are South Asians. There are Indians. Indians are technically Asian.
True.
They're considered Southeast Asian.
I know what he's saying, Van Jones.
But
I know what
I'm
he's
trying
saying.
to. Okay, listen, for the sake of conversation, because listen to me. That's just
a geographic location with black, which is not a geographic location.
And someone steps
it's a system.
Hey man,
okay,
this whole. But go ahead, Mister. Go ahead.
Okay. At least everyone else understands what I'm saying. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that there is a clear distinction in this country about communities. Okay, and which one you belong to, and what you're talking about is us taking on a mindset for us. It doesn't exist. You talk about we just all need to be Americans. You know, that sounds...
Yes, that's correct.
And that sounds delusional
because Chinese,
as hell. Because listen to me, you know something? Because
people from China can be Chinese. So why can't we be from America? Where are we from?
The Jewish community advocates for the Jewish community. The Oriental community advocates for the Oriental community. Hispanics,
exactly.
So forth and so
Oriental
on.
is not
okay.
a country,
Okay, listen to me. What you're arguing. Okay, and listen then. This is what I'm gonna ask you to do. Come down for the sake of conversation, because you understand what I'm saying, and everybody else understands what I'm saying. Okay, so don't go to this highly.
I'm saying something very simple, Mr. Much.
Okay, you're not. It's not. Listen to me. Okay, it's delusional because you're asking us to forget. This is the thing.
What am I asking you to forget? No, complete that sentence. Complete that sentence. What am I asking you to forget?
What you're asking us to forget. Who we are, okay, and what direction.
What exactly am I asking you to forget?
Who we are, because nobody else. Nobody. Okay, listen to me.
Let me ask.
What am I asking you to forget? I need you to be specific. Don't say who we are. That's vague.
Let me ask you something specific, Clue. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how, with saying that, okay, we're working on your logic here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you here. So working on your logic. Okay, how do you explain places like Koreatown, Chinatown, Mahatma Gandhi district, Vietnamese town? How do you explain Armenian town, East European, Polish town, all these different places? Jew town.
Come on, man. Stop that.
You name countries.
No, I'm saying these are.
No, I'm talking to Van Jones. You just named a bunch of countries, right? Yes or no?
Okay, what he named are areas within
Wait, Van Jones. Well, hold up. I'm talking to Van Jones. He named Korea. He named
Koreatown. Okay, I'm naming these. These are places that actually
based
exist
on countries.
These are places that actually exist
based on countries.
They're on the signs, brother. They're on the signs.
But they're based on countries like Korea, China,
It's Muhammad
All right,
Gandhi.
Japan,
Muhammad Gandhi.
right?
I'm gonna give you one. Muhammad Gandhi district. So since me,
Van
so
Jones.
many,
Let's go back here.
since
You
so
named
many people,
Koreatown.
they delineated, right? They delineated Koreatown. But look, let's just look at what I said. I said there's a Muhammad Gandhi district, and if you know, like I know, India has a caste system, southern, northern. I mean, they got all different Muslim, they got Christians, they got Hindus, they got all these different people in there. So what I'm saying to you is they have actually delineated in just their area of town. They didn't say it was Hindu town. It didn't say it was Muslim town. It said Muhammad Gandhi town. So a lot of people who is Muslims, a lot of people that's Hindus, they still like they got Muhammad Gandhi. They like him. So I would reckon this to this. And Muhammad Gandhi district, you know, even though they gave us MLK Street in every part in America, and you look at MLK Street versus Muhammad Gandhi district. Muhammad Gandhi district got all the textiles coming from on the ship coming down there where you can buy them and they sell them. You can get shirts, get anything for cheap. They got their areas locked up, and we got to go down there and shop with them because they have gotten that done. Why can't we do it? Why can't we?
Let me ask Clue,
Yes,
aka
sir.
Rob, the nerd supremacist.
Yes, sir.
So this is a question you're getting in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from? And don't say no bullshit like the planet
Dallas,
Earth.
Texas.
Oh, you're from Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
Oh God, Dallas.
What's wrong with Dallas, Texas?
You should already know if you're from Dallas, because I'm sure they have a Hindu town up there.
You just told on yourself.
What's wrong with Dallas, Texas? What do y'all beef with Dallas, Texas? That's where I'm
I'm you know,
Kevin, what's wrong with Dallas, Texas?
Just some suspect characters from Dallas, Texas.
Of course, there are some suspect characters from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny.
So
Do I sound like I'm denying that?
Some local to this space. I don't know what y'all putting in the fucking water down there. I mean, I'm not saying all
the
of you
water's
either,
bad
but,
over there. I'm gonna tell you right now.
like,
Yes, it is.
yeah,
That's where I'm from, and I'm not gonna be ashamed of it. That's where I'm from.
No. Nobody's saying you should be. I'm
Oak
not
Cliff,
ashamed
to
of
be
being from
specific.
Montgomery, Alabama,
South Oak
where
Cliff,
there was a clear.
to be specific.
Yeah. I'm not saying you should be ashamed because I'm not ashamed to be from Montgomery, Alabama, which historically
Don't be
has been a
ashamed.
clear distinction with race. I mean,
There's no Kevin. See, this is what
There's
I'm
a
talking. This is why I hit the link.
clear
This is why I hit the link, Kevin. There's no such thing as fucking race.
okay. All right.
Stop with this
Yeah.
race bullshit. All right, now you're gonna drop me.
I'm sorry.
Because I said it a little bit louder than
you
everybody
from
else.
Dallas.
Are you're still up here, aren't you?
You from Dallas,
you
man, so you should know, okay? You
Kevin,
from Dallas. Do you know
Everybody on the
fight of
panel. There's no
East
such
Texas?
thing as race.
Do you understand about what happened in East Texas, how brothers had to fight and go back and get their land? They had to delineate themselves but even after Reconstruction, even after the Juneteenth, how brothers who had worked their land was promised their land, how we had to go back after they burnt up our deeds, but after they burnt up our birth certificates, everything had to go back, fight, and become as one in East Texas alone, in Hearn alone. In Hearn, I'll use Hearn as a prime example. Hearn, there's an entire group of brothers that got Old Hearn Road, and it's a couple of white guys still sparsed out up in there, but they got 100, 200 acre plots. They had to fight for it. They had to come together as brothers to fight and get their land back. If they would just say, well, we're just Americans and we want land, you ain't getting nothing. You had to prove who you was. That's why they burnt up the birth certificate. That's why they burnt up the deeds. They had to separate that from us. So we had to come together as a group. Now, Hearn is ran by white people. This East Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Van Jones, you didn't earn the title of black. You came into this world and they gave you the title of black. You didn't earn it.
That's not true. Marcus Garvey actually delineated us from colored people, which goes back to the same point of they're trying to do this person of color, where we actually in the civil rights movement fought to not be called colored, because that's what was separated. It was the delineation.
Jones, you're not colored or black. You are American.
Hold on one second, both of y'all. Hold on one second. I'm gonna let
full
AL
blood
speak.
American.
Hold on one second, nigga. Like, you want to be called that?
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Like,
go ahead, Kevin. I'm gonna shut up.
Like, I'm kind of with Art Newstall on that. This right here. You kind of need to have the same smoke with your white friends.
Yeah.
Like
my white friends.
Yeah,
Art New
I
Style
mean,
said
that's the only people.
Okay,
the only people
Kevin,
that you
Kevin,
spewing
hold
the
up.
BS to that
Art
will
New Style
accept it
said
will
this.
be motherfucking white. That's what it's gonna be.
Art New Style said this.
Yes, you need
Isn't
to have the
Art
same
New
smoke with your wife.
Style? Isn't Art New Style part of the education system? Is he not, or is he is?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He is.
So if he's part of the education system, he has a lot of dealings with white people. Yes or no?
He'll have to speak on that. He probably does, but I could give a damn about a white person being
all these
sensitive about my
black-owned school districts you're talking about. See, Art New Style has a lot of smoke when he just posted that, but this nigga works for white people in the public education system, not private, public.
I mean, most
Art
of them will
New
probably
Style
not
TV.
deny your blackness.
Am I right or wrong?
Like you, man.
Am I right or wrong? Now I'm about to be dropped. Okay.
He has a job, and he works in the public school system. If he does, I don't know that is true, but if he does, I'm 75-80% of the black people that's in school is in the public school system. So if you were thinking about something that
he made the comment about me, basically kissing up the white people. He works for the public school system, which is basically white.
Okay, and your point is?
My point is, why would he post what he posted? And he works for white people.
But you don't know
fucking hypocrite. Art New Style TV.
Wait. Kev. What's this nigga? You want to be dropped? Can you ask? You want to be dropped? Free fucking 5 times.
Is this the
retarded chaos range? Do you want to get dropped?
He talks like this.
Do you want to get dropped or not? Do you want to get dropped or not? Do you want to get dropped or not? Do you want to get dropped or not?
You stuttering? Sound like Big J Triple X.
All right, guys, let's calm down.
Kev, is this a smoke show or not? Is this a smoke show or not, Kevin?
It sure is.
It is. So chaos reign and this being Kevin.
It's a question.
Chaos reign sound like 1,000 cats being choked at the same time.
One at a time, man. One at a time, man.
Yes or no? No, he
I really want him to explain this position because it doesn't make any sense.
Answer the question.
What you got to say?
The question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But you too busy trolling. Answer the question like a man. Do you want to get dropped?
Okay, I didn't hear it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do you want to get dropped?
We heard it.
Do I want to get dropped? Well, this is a smoke show. If I get dropped, that means this wasn't a smoke show. That means I hurt somebody's feelings.
Hey. Well, the gaslighting is not gonna work with me, so that you calm that shit down. But let AL speak real quick. Hold on. AL, what you got?
I came up because my boy, he was talking about the Calvert situation. Say, you from around that area, huh?
You talking about up there in Hearn?
Yeah, Hearn and Calvert. Yeah, because
right past there, you got College Station and what is that, Bryan right there?
Yeah. My grandmother was born up there in Robinson County in Calvert. Yeah, Calvert, Hearn area. So everything you talking about there is absolutely factual and actual.
You know what I'm talking about. You know, cause man, I tell you, on her road, I had to go down and talk to some of them brothers, and they told me what they had to do. And he said they had burnt up all of their birth certificates, their father's and then their grandfather's birth certificate, and they burnt up the deeds. So they had to get all together to get that. And if you go and look at Old Hearn Road, most of them plots out there is owned by black people now because they had to fight to get them.
Yep. You told no lies. All factual and actual.
I ain't know your people from Calvert, man. That's what's up, man. You know, I'm gonna tell you another. Back in the days, if you own land right now, if you own land in that county, and then you got a certain amount of acres of land, they got a nuisance. You know, them hogs be out there bad. They got a nuisance. I think per thing they give you 300 tags. And you can go and tag them, and they give you like $500 to $600 each tag. You killing them hogs just for brothers go out there and just trap and kill hogs. They give you money for just having land. you can make money. That's why they wanted us not to have none, because that's how they dumb behind. Don't think they all so smart in academia. A lot of these people dumb, man, can't even talk. They got their kids out there, and man, they got 2,000 head of cattle. And all he got to do is just go out there and make sure they got some water and some food and sell them. And they make millions. They just as dumb as a box of damn rocks. And the only difference between them and us is the fact that they able to have their land. And we had to fight for that, and we couldn't do that by ourselves. We had to get together. We had to put a line in the sand, and the way that we saying it to you, brother, I don't think you just come up here for gaslighting for just gaslighting's sake. But if you listen to Brother AL, his folks from Calvert, I bet you he can tell you how they had to get their land.
Hey man, when you say as dumb as a box of rocks, do you mean a whole box of rocks or a half a box?
I mean that box.
Well, you ain't gotta answer.
40,000 pound, 24-ton tractor trailer load worth a box of rocks. That's what he's talking. 80,000 pound gross.
The thing that's killing me is that what we're talking about is history, because the thing is, killed every marginalized group of people that have come to this country. And this is not me going off on a tangent. They come to the Black community, they get rich, and then they go off on their own. And then they, like you said, they delineate themselves from us and everybody else after they get what they want, and they set up their boundaries. Every people have done that. Like my man said, you got Chinatown. You got, this is like here in North Carolina.
China is a country.
Okay, stop. That's just like over in the next city over in Cary, North Carolina, very wealthy place. But the Indians came
India
here
is a country.
and
Keep going.
basically locked in on the IT industry, got a lock in on the IT industry. And now there's a whole part of Cary that's called Little New Delhi.
That's a place.
Okay,
that's a city. That's a city,
stop it.
right?
Everybody,
It's a place. Those are places.
But see, you know something? These people are using these places to delineate themselves and who they are culturally and ethnically and racially from everybody else.
I
Okay,
agree.
that's what they're doing.
But they're places. That's my whole point. Black is not a place. White, not a place. Brown, not a place. They're not places.
They don't even argue.
China is a place. Korea, place. Japan, place. Thailand. Okay. These are all these fill in the blank towns. They're places. Black, not a place. White, so not a place.
Cowboys for Texans. Are you a Texans fan too, or are you just a Cowboys fan?
I'm a fuck the Texans are pieces of pussies. I'm a Cowboys fan.
I said the man from Dallas.
Cowboys and Mavericks and Stars. Cowboys, Mavericks, Stars. Everybody else is bullshit.
You about to make me get real indignant. Yeah, I was.
What, AO? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, AO?
Yeah, runny, sloppy ass mouth start talking about them 53 cowgirls that ain't worth shit.
Yeah,
been worth shit.
We have our problems just like any other team has their problems. We're not talking about sports. We're not talking about sports.
You don't have that problem no more. But what you're not finna do is talk about
sports.
Funky ass cowgirls.
We're not talking about sports right now. Kev, are we talking about sports? Because Kev says we're talking about sports. We'll talk about sports.
We'll move this thing around however we want to.
Yeah, it's a smoke show. We can pretty much talk.
Okay, we're talking about sports? Okay, yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go, Ed.
So when you started running your sloppy ass mouth and talking about your beloved cowgirls.
I love my Cowboys. You know what? 92, 93, 95. I know that was 100 years ago. I know that was 100 years ago. I know that was 100 years ago, but 92, 93, 95. 92, 93, 95. I know that was 100 years ago. But we still got those rings. We still got those rings, AL. Still got those rings. Do we not have those rings, though?
Watch your mouth. You're pretty disrespectful, talking crazy. It's more than one team.
We've been losing lately. I understand that. You got me on that. We've been losing. We have been losing. I understand that.
Y'all try.
You got me on it. We've been losing. But 92, 93, and 95. 92, 93, and 95.
Think about that's 95, man. We talking about right now, 2024. The Houston Texans arguably have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Okay,
you mean the Oilers?
No,
The
that's
Oilers.
You gonna be in
'Cause I don't know.
disrespectful
I
again.
never
You
heard
gonna
of
be
Houston, Texas, but I
disrespectful
know the
again.
Oilers.
Watch your
The
mouth.
Houston
Watch your
Oilers.
mouth.
The
You
Houston Oilers.
disrespectful. You disrespectful, you son of a bitch. Stop being disrespectful. Stop
man.
being disrespectful. Watch your
Hey
mouth.
man,
Watch your
From
mouth.
you brought up
Watch
you
your
brought up the
motherfucking
NFL. I
mouth.
didn't bring up the
Watch
NFL.
your
You did.
mouth.
hey, you
Watch
say
your
you from
mouth.
Oak Cliff. I
That's
done
who
came
the
up.
fuck we talking about. The Texans.
What's
It's
up? What's up?
only,
What's
it's
up? What's
only
up?
Houston. It's only Dallas. We ain't talking about nowhere in Tennessee. So watch your mouth.
Hey,
Nigga,
you
I
brought
done
up
been
the
up there.
NFL. I
I
didn't
done
bring
been
up
up
the
there to Oak
NFL.
Cliff.
You
You
did.
say you from Oak Cliff, man. I done been up there. My people from Oak Cliff. I done
Okay.
been up
Where
there
you
for
at?
Oak Cliff.
Well, yeah.
And I tell you straight up right now, you feel me? When I went up there and talked to them, boy, yeah, they Cowboys fans, and I had my Houston gear on and stuff like that. And you know, it's a heavy rivalry between Houston and Dallas. If you
That
from
is
there, you
correct.
would know that.
That's
You know what I'm
correct.
saying?
That's very
So
correct.
therefore, what I'm saying is, you have a lot of cats that don't like Houston dudes, and we in the same. I'm gonna use that.
I don't have a
Michael
beef
Clark.
with Houston. I don't have a beef. Me personally, I don't have a
But that
beef
way,
with Houston.
I'm gonna tell you straight up though, straight up, I ain't got no major beef with the Cowboys. All I say is when we play them, I don't like y'all, but I would still because
You
they in
don't
the
like
NFL.
us because you can't beat us, Mr.
Now,
Jones.
please,
You
Now
can't
that's a
beat
bald
us.
faced lie. I'm gonna tell you like I tell law enforcement. You're a cocksucking liar is what the
Name
fuck you is.
name
Our
the game.
overall record
Oh,
over
hold on,
y'all
hold on,
is
hold on for a
way
second.
above
Hold on
500.
for a
We are
second.
4-1 against y'all
Name the
overall.
game, Mr.
It's
Jones.
why.
Mr. Jones,
Watch your
name the
fucking
game
mouth.
where your Texans beat my Cowboys. Name that game. Name the year that y'all beat us. Name it
Just
right here,
just
right
2
now.
years
Let's do it.
ago. You finally got a victory just last year. We own y'all. We got a 4-1 record over y'all overall, period, career-wise.
Are
Shut
you
your mouth.
serious, Evans?
Shut
You
your
serious?
mouth.
You
We're the
serious
kings of
right now?
Texas, not y'all. We're the kings of Texas. We've been owning y'all
Kev,
since
this
77.
brother
We're
is not
early
serious,
over
Kev.
y'all.
Kev, this brother's not
Watch
serious.
your
He's
mouth.
not. He's
You're
not.
talking
He's
reckless.
not. Ain't no way this brother's serious about this shit.
All right. So we got two new folks on the
Oh,
panel.
Art New Style is up.
We
Sorry,
got Art
sorry,
New Style and we got Ray Humma up here. So
Let me
Art,
give him the stuff, man, right quick. Art, go. Look, I'm gonna give you from 2002. 2002, Cowboys won. Okay, in 2006, we beat y'all. All right. 2010, we beat y'all again, and then 2014, we beat y'all again, and then 2018, we lost, and then
Season
2020,
games.
we won. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4
Season
wins,
games.
my boy. These
Season
season
games.
games.
Season
Four-
games.
four
Season
to two.
games.
4-2. We up right now. So what you mean, homie? Just gotta keep it
Man,
real
we
now.
own
Season
y'all in the
games, though.
preseason. So shut the fuck up, please.
Mr. Evans, we got new people on the panel. Let's just move forward. I know it's hurting you right now. Let's just move forward. Come on, let's go.
okay. Well, now that we're clear who's running the show, I did say Art New
Sorry
Style.
about that, bro.
Did say Art New Style was good. And then Ray Humma's up here as well. So what's going on, Art?
I won't be long. I don't want him to escape like a slippery fish. But
I
we're
wanna
gonna go
escape.
back to this whole race thing. So I want to figure this out because y'all kind of bailed him out in sports stuff. But brother, you're gonna have to address this because you're
Yes,
around
sir.
a bunch of black people. You go on other black panels that we know of, and you get dropped down every
You're
now
not
and then. I
around
don't
when
really
I'm
dispute
on
what you
white
say.
panels, though. You don't see me when I'm on
Hey,
white panels.
Clue. Let him speak. We let you speak. Let him speak.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't go.
Sorry.
I don't have no reason to go in their spaces. I'm really for my people. So, but at the same time, too, I don't piss on my people when I'm around my people either. So I don't do that. But and again, just to make it clear, I'm not trying to change your mind. You're entitled to all this stuff. It's all cool. You haven't really heard me try to do the convince Olympics to try to make you change your mind. You're a grown man, so I got that part. My thing, I guess you had to hear from my voice. Do you like you really go in hard on this whole thing about there's no such thing as race and going all these different soliloquies and things like that nature? But do you really go in hard when you talk with your white friends? That's all I wanted to know.
Nerd supremacist. What is your response to what Art says? Do you go in as hard with your white friends? Because see,
I'm
the
sorry.
only time that I really see people speaking that shit, there's no race when they trying to make white folks comfortable.
Here we
So, are you going to respond to what Art?
Kevin, I'm
is saying?
sorry. My internet dropped. I
Okay,
know
well,
that sounds like an excuse, but if you could just main idea, tell me what you said in the last 45
The only
seconds.
people that the only time I hear black folks talking about that there's no such thing as race is to make their white friends comfortable. What Art is
I
trying to
disagree.
tell you, or what Art is trying to ask you is, do you go at your white friends like this as hard as you go at black folks when it
I
comes to
do.
this race?
Do you know a man named the Angry Snowman 2? Have you heard of
I've
him?
heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
I did the
that's
same thing to him, and
contribute.
he was mad at me for doing. He did
But
not want to give
Fred,
up
that's a
white.
contribute.
No, he did not want to give up white.
Okay, that's
He wanted
fine.
to identify as a white man, and I said
But
no. That divides us.
Good luck with that.
Why did
but
you
you're
Why
doing.
did you laugh, Kevin?
I'm,
Why did you laugh at what I said?
I'm like, what?
Why did you laugh?
It's one thing to try to sit up there and try to get us to deny our blackness, which I mean, it's not gonna happen with me. So you can speak to me till you're blue in the face about that. But to
Okay.
sit up there and try to
is
like,
this.
he gave you the answer right there. A
Te-
white man gave you the answer. They see race as a fucking thing.
Yeah, but look at
So
white people now,
you
though.
going on this feckless
Where are
crusade to
white?
try to get everybody to
Where
forget
are white
race.
men now?
Huh?
Can you
No longer
honestly
needed.
say? Can you honestly say that white men are at the top today?
I didn't say shit like that, bro.
You
No,
can't say it. You can't say it
Show me
because
where
you
they're
know
on
it's
the
not
bottom.
true. You
Show
know
where
that
they're
white
losing.
men. You know that white men are not at the top. They're at the bottom right now. They're with us.
What gives you
What?
that impression? I don't know what in the hell you talking about.
Because who's speaking right now? I can answer that. Who's speaking?
The crime man Jones.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Yes.
You saying
The
that
white man. Hold up. The white man is the villain. The white man is bad.
Hey man, Art dropped down. He couldn't take this shit.
White men don't run anything today. It's all
Wow.
DEI.
Where
It's
was
all
this
people
whole
of
tr-
color.
where was this
It's all
transition
gays
power?
and
Check they
faggots and
motherfucking
When did
dreamers.
this
battle,
transition
bro.
of power
Hold up.
take
Wait a
place?
minute.
Who's running the show then?
Who got control of them damn bombs though?
Kevin, do you want me to answer his question? Kevin, do you want me to answer?
Man,
He
that's
said,
stopping
"Who's
you.
running the
I'm not-
show?" Do you want me to answer his question?
I mean, yeah, go ahead, answer the question. I mean, I'm not stopping you.
Okay. Well, the Jews are. They're running the show.
Okay.
Soros and his buddies and his cronies are running the show. Not the white man. White man ain't running shit today. The white man is as big a bitch as we are. Is as big a
I will
bitch
never,
as the black man. Yes,
okay,
yes.
Let me go ahead and
You
make this
said-
disclaimer. I will never ever claim to be a bitch in
I
any
did-
way,
I-
shape, or form ever in my life. And I don't think any black
He
man
asked me
should
the question. He asked me who's running things. He asked me
Yeah.
who's running things.
do it. And we also know that we have to be careful on small hat speak too.
Yes.
We know
And that's
this.
why I kept asking you, do you want me to tell him? And you
I mean,
said
shit,
yes,
I'm
so
not
I
a
told him.
fucking mind reader. I mean, but I do have to offer clarity right after you say something.
I won't speak of those people again on
I
your
mean,
channel.
you know, just say small hat. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
shit.
The Mad Hatters. They run
I mean,
shit.
whatever, man.
The Mad Hatters run shit here. Not the white man. The white man doesn't run anything in this country. Anything.
Really, the same group of people that can send a damn
White
drone.
people don't
And,
run
okay.
anything here.
But you
They don't
really
run
see them
anything.
identify as being white, right?
What's the difference then? Okay, so in terms of race, now we can go to this, and it's funny because you seem to be making the same argument which got Miss Whoopi Goldberg in trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this: if you are thinking like that, think about that. You just said the man that shall not be named, Voldemort, he is something else besides white. But if you look at race, when you look at that person, what do you see? You can say, oh, well, you can look into his background and say, well, he's a smart. But for all intents and purposes, when you see that person, he is a white man.
Van Jones.
And what does he identify as?
Van Jones. See, you keep interrupting me when I try to bring this point here. These colors, the colors had nothing to do with your skin. It was just assigned. They gave you black and they gave that man over there white. You are not black and that man is not white. They just assigned those colors to you for hierarchy. That's it.
So what are they then? What do they
say? But if you can say everybody, there's a system based
everybody is American. That's it. That's it. You are your country. That's it.
Man, you ever heard of you ever heard of like a Negro wake up call? Because
I've heard of it and I never had it.
Oh boy,
never had it. I'm 44 years old and I never had a nigger wake up call. Ever.
Negro, please. I didn't have a bunch.
So what's wrong? What am I doing right that you niggas ain't doing? Why haven't I had a nigga wake up call and I'm 4 years old?
I would probably say denial is the key suspect in all of this.
Yeah, okay. You believe in black and that's your problem.
Denial, and you probably just been blessed to not be in certain situations.
Blessed. I've been blessed. Did I just say I grew up in South Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas? Ain't nobody blessed in that motherfucking area.
So then you dealt with situations where you faced off against, dealing with racist white people.
No, not white niggas. If you're in Dallas, you deal with niggas, not white people. You're more likely to die at the gun of a nigger, not a white man.
Well, on that scale, it's about even with me. So
you don't sound like you from Oak Cliff to me. You sound like you from Grapevine, man, or North Richland Hills, or North Richland Hills. That's where you from.
Hey, Grapevine got some good barbecue. I'll tell you that shit. But go ahead.
I mean, but the thing is, though, you say,
South Oak Cliff.
I mean, but the thing is, though, man, you say it like as if
Carter High School.
You say it like as if, in a sense, like other groups, other racial groups don't have their own little infighting going on. You know what I mean? Like it's perfect or whatever.
Mr. Hanma, that's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as race. Stop saying racial groups. No such thing. Race is made up. It's made up. It does not exist.
God, you sound like one of these blue.
Here we go. Somebody.
You sound like one of these blue-haired, overweight women, bro.
Person.
Hey,
okay, go ahead. Tell me how I'm crazy.
I'll tell you how you're crazy. I mean, you. I don't have to tell anyone. I mean, actually, but look, listen up, guys. I'm about to wrap this up. So anybody wants to say, but clue.
He probably has a Confederate flag.
Anybody wants to go ahead and there's six of you. There's six of you. I mean, I make number 7. Like, go ahead. Let's go ahead and do the final statements. Oh yeah, they're getting on you for using that hard R down there, Clue. So
what, nigger? I never said nigger in this conversation.
Yeah, you several times. Yeah, I mean, unless my ears align. So go ahead.
Yeah.
All I want to say is this to you, brother. And this is a smoke show, and I appreciate you for coming up with some smoke. However, what I have to say is this. Art New Style made a great point, and I don't blame him for dropping down because the gaslighting, I mean, it gets sickening at a point. But what we're saying,
that's a female word. Gaslighting.
No, words don't have genders, but go ahead.
They do.
Banjo.
Yeah, they do.
Hey,
they do have gender.
I mean, words.
Spanish language is based on gender-based words.
I'm doing the finest statement, man.
Lie, L. Come on.
That man said gaslighting is a female word.
That's a female word. Only a woman can can be gaslit.
You're gaslighting.
A man can't be gaslit.
You're doing it again. You're doing it again.
A man cannot be gaslit. A man cannot be gaslit. Listen to me. Only women can be gaslit.
I'm trying to get a final statement, brother. You could respond.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Hey, go ahead, Shatter. Go ahead.
my point is I don't blame Art for stepping down because it seems like you do not have any delineation for anything. You're saying all over the place things. Well, race doesn't matter, but then everybody in Oak Cliff, they ain't nothing. So why is that? Is it because they're from Oak Cliff? Okay, yeah, versus the people at North Richland Hills, versus the people in Grapevine, versus all these different areas where you can tell it's a reason why, yeah, they have been able to come up a little harder than the people in Oak Cliff that you say you from. Brother, think about it this way. All of these people that's up here right now, I'm sure that they're from different places from you. However, we all black men here. And on Kev's show, Black Men Being Brutally Honest, the gaslighting must stop. Even if you got smoke, brother, just address the thing. Obviously, we're black people. I mean, we can say Americans all day, but when we walk around in society, we are labeled as black men. And black men for America. Everybody is not American. So you got to stop saying that too. Everybody is not an American. That's the problem we got now. Everybody want to be American, but then when we try to go to vote and have a block, we got brothers like yourself and others who will gaslight us into thinking we should support everybody else's thing. People of color this and that. These people ain't from there. We talking about trying to get something done for us. We can't even have a conversation up here without people sitting there that look like us calling us hardy yards. So it just looks bad, brother. Why shouldn't we have a FBA FBA Boulevard where we got all black businesses that's just like Hindu Town and just like Chinatown? Ain't nothing wrong with that. They delineate themselves and they immigrants. We ain't no immigrants. We was brought here. We've been here, foundational black Americans. Some was already here with indigenous people and mixed. So guess what? We still is black Americans. So therefore, if we all up here trying to have a conversation, you can imagine that you don't ain't part of a race, but the man's channel name is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. So we're calling ourselves black men. We have to have a delineation from every other person. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shattered Star Games. Van Jones with his crying ass. Appreciate the
I like a man.
Yeah, but who's next? Who wants to go next? Because we got Mr. Too Damn Much, we got Clue, we got Ray, we got Chaos Rain.
Can Chaos Rain go next?
I'll say this though, man, real quick. So all racial groups basically have their own infighting. So therefore, just because you do does not mean, that you're in the right for just shitting on all black folks and shit because of, your bad experiences with certain individuals in that racial group. Not all in that racial group are effed up or whatever. So to the point to where, bring you to say, that there is no race. And that that racism don't exist and all that shit, and basically all white folks want to be our friends and all that shit. Yeah. No, that's not the case. So therefore, if we just do away with that, do away with those that, that want to be all about that evil shit, okay, cool. Just toss them aside and focus on those who are about, true nation building things of greatness. Simple as that. So with that, I'm out. Thanks, Kev, for having me on.
All righty, Ray Hummer, the Hummer Force. Check out his channel. Who wants to go next? We got Mr. Too Damn Much. I think you've unmuted, so go ahead.
I'd just like to say that I think thinking like that is dangerous for us as a people. If anything, that definitely, and that's the thing, when people come in like that, it gives you the impression, that they're there to divide us. They're there to keep us from uniting because nobody else is going to listen to that. Okay. Everybody else says, okay, we're American, but we are this before we are American. I am Chinese American. I'm Italian American. But the thing is, they never stop being what they are. And this man is talking about we just need to, that's dangerous, really. It's just like that man needs to go read Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart, just to get an understanding of what I'm saying. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Long live the habitual line steppers.
Long live. Okay.
Can Can I go next? Because I want your audience to think I'm trying to go last so I can do a finale.
I mean,
I'll go right now.
I always go last. So, and also, you got Texans in the chat. So, Raven Knight is a Texan. So,
shout out to you, bro. I talked to Raven before.
Okay. Yeah. So, go ahead with your final statement.
I'm gonna speak slowly because I know it's a smoke show. I came up here. I was very emotional, and I'm sorry. All I'm trying to say is the race system is an American, something that the United States of America came up with, the race system, which was a group of colors, ranges from white to black. White being on the top, black being on the bottom, and you got all the colors in the middle, like brown, whatever. All I'm saying is this. If you deny the race system, if you deny that race system that gives you more power in your government. Now, the brother before me, he did say Chinese, right? If I don't want to misquote him. He did say he gave an example of Chinese. China is a country. There's another brother that said Koreatown. Korea is a country. There's another brother that said Indian. India is a country. Black, not a country. White, not a country. Brown, not a country. These colors are just the American hierarchical system. That's it. So all I'm saying is identify with your country, which is United States of America. American. Identify with your country, America. And then do your philanthropical endeavors. As American, not black, because black doesn't exist. Race does not exist. It's just my opinion. Race, black, white, none of that shit is. There's no such thing as a black nationalist, because black's not a nation. No such thing as a white nationalist, because white's not a nation. Your nation is the U.S. of A. Be that kind of a nationalist. Be an American nationalist. And then, after that, help your people. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for not dropping me. Thank you for not dropping me.
Okay. All right. All right, folks. This show was named Dumbassery, and I'm just gonna let some of you be the judge of that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say that we do respect others' opinions. Yes, we do, Raven Knight. But hey, we also have we also have the right to disagree as well. No problem, Clue. But but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I do appreciate the support and the viewership that I've been getting. Shatterstar, thank you for the Cash App. I just saw it. Play this for you real quick. I'll read your last comment. Throughout the early to mid 20th century, African American residents of Stop 6 faced economic exploitation and limited job opportunities due to systemic racism, just like many other areas in Texas. Okay. Okay. Yeah, might have to have a discussion on that one day. But that this is getting late. It's like
You could pretend to be Mr. Cartwright, but they'll still call you a ninja.
Yeah, but somebody got this playing in their background. So whenever y'all come up to the panel, please mute your background because I can hear myself talking. But yeah, but it's been a pretty cool smoke show. I really appreciate, and yeah, I will continue my quest to try to bring you content every night on this channel. Like I said, the goal was to defeat the algorithm. And it's something that's coming along. I mean, just yeah, it is. I mean, for those of you who've been paying attention, but everything can stay cool as always with the one that's always been riding with me. So I really thank you for very much for that. And let me tell y'all something. Revenge is coming soon. For those of you who want to, tuck your tail in between your legs and go into your little corner, don't worry. I'm coming for you sooner or later. So don't think that anything that I'm angry about that transpired earlier this year has been forgotten. It hasn't. So, but the thing is, the thing is, I have to concentrate on doing what's best for this channel and myself and the people who tune in. So, the content will continue as always. I'm always open to ideas that some of you may have. So my email address is on my page. If you want to send me an idea for a show, I would do my best to deliver it because I mean, when you're on 7 nights a week, and this is just for the foreseeable future. This is not something that I plan on doing forever. Yeah, you're gonna need some gonna need some content. Somebody stuck their nose in business that wasn't theirs, and a couple people got involved, and let's just say some feelings got out there. And, I'm not quite ready to disclose it fully yet, but when I am, this whole fucking space better just go ahead and get ready for it. Uh, I mean, the whole fucking space. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Uh, Somebody need to ask Jesus to fix it because that's about the only one that can do it at this point. But for all of my new subs, new viewers, new live chat participants, and for those of you who have given me super chat and cash out support, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Long live the habitual line steppers. Till the next time, peace out.